Fuck the shit. You're a piece of shit. You're
Why?
Did a
For
lot of
cracking my
Googling
neck?
You're a real piece of shit.
I used to be able to crack my neck, and I can't do it anymore, and it really makes me upset.
He's calling you a piece of shit because he talked about putting the buttholes there to be able to crack his neck.
Yeah.
And then you turned around after ridiculing him and not talk to him about the buttholes.
I didn't say anything for the whole conversation. I wasn't even a part of it.
He was a real big fucking proprietor against my butthole argument. He said they should be lower.
But anybody like pasta?
Nah, I got a big
thank
fucking
you.
burrito over here.
Well, I'm asking for it. Also, let's pull these up.
Let's put it
Try
in.
this one out.
You good?
Please don't make me smack you.
She gonna do it. I did it.
I'm more worried about her.
What?
Should I call him?
Why am I gonna get
Yeah, probably. Be like, are you safe?
That question, the
He
answer
left.
is no.
He left when I got here.
He left when he got
Yeah.
here?
So when I parked, he was leaving.
Fuck.
So.
So that's what he meant by going.
Yeah.
Going to Publix. That's What was that? Is that the voicemail?
It's just his name. He's just like, Eric McCarthy.
That's so fucking Eric.
That's all it is.
Hey Google. Play Unwritten by
Oh my
Okay,
god.
Google, play Spotify.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, Google.
Is it? No, keep it!
Ah!
Is this your Serenity song?
We're not fucking playing D&D right now. We're waiting on Publix, man. Oh god.
Oh.
He's coming. Oh wait.
He's
Okay,
he's
Google,
coming
play
right
No,
now.
no, Standing at the blank page before you.
Open up the dirty window with the sun.
Oh, someone's at the door.
Reaching for something in the
Sorry about that.
I would love to know what your concept of 10 minutes is.
No, I actually
It's fluid.
I picked apart my wife before I left for some stupid reason.
Oh.
I was literally over there, packed up, getting ready to leave, and I was walking out the door and just picked a fucking fight with her. I mean,
You're
right
like,
there
hey,
with the door half open. Literally, yeah. She picked up a receipt, and I was like, oh, I can't even have fucking paper on the counter now because it would have been a fight from earlier that it kind of boiled over. And she's like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, what the fuck? We're gonna deal with this right now. I'm like, all hands up, like yelling at her, and she's yelling at me, and I'm like. 10 minutes into the fight, I looked at the clock, I'm like, why the fuck are we doing this? She's like, I fucking know, you picked the fight. I'm like,
Like you fucking failed.
I'm really
Kind of
sorry.
thing.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put everything down and apologize. I don't know why I did that. I'll come back and.
It was like you were playing Heavy Rain and it said press X to open the door and you just sort of left it going.
Yes. I was like, why did I
Sometimes I look at
fight
someone
with
and
you?
be like, that bitch right there, fuck you.
I literally did that. I was like, fuck you for doing that. And she's like, what? I was like, oh no. That was the wrong thing to say in the wrong timeline. Sorry about that. I would have been over here on time. I like picking fights and I like picking fights I can't win apparently.
I'm going to have everybody sit down first. Yeah, once you're done.
I forgot to set up
Oh, the
mini
riff too.
tables.
You gonna go for it?
Feel the rain on your skin.
Then you turn into like, who was that?
Oh.
Nickelback?
I'm gonna just hand
He's
this
just
to you
gonna
over
give a
here.
I like to see you fucking sing, man.
It's
You
not
got
gonna
a problem?
It's not
Listen, we just all know is we all just do it. Just let it out. Sometimes you just gotta let it out. You ever just get in your car and turn the music so loud you can't hear yourself sing and you're like, yeah.
Yes, that's how
Yeah.
I drive around.
Smells like
At least it's garlic in here, by the way.
If you'd like some pasta, I do have some.
No, I'm probably gonna eat the pasta here in a little bit because that smells fucking amazing.
You got an extra one of those casseys?
Huh?
Huh?
It is fine.
Oh, yeah, and I just put a whole full pack in there. Sorry.
Alright, Jerica, I need you to also sit down, please.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm in a weird mood. What?
And I would need everybody to close their eyes. Just trust me.
I know what's happening.
Close your eyes. Just trust me.
$1 million.
I will look away. How about that? Oh.
Blind enough as it is, I could probably just put my glasses off and not see it.
I was like, yeah, I can probably take my
You
glasses
can
off.
still see colors,
Bro.
shapes.
Oh, that's
Barely.
all in your hand.
I mean,
Barely,
same.
I'm that blind.
Me too, but I have contacts, so.
I do not.
They have glasses. What's the point?
Like, I can't just like pop my contact out and pop it back in.
I was got worried that someone was gonna punch me.
I almost did, bro. I almost did.
I flinched so badly. I really. I know. I'm sorry. I did open my eyes right there.
What the fuck? We have never resorted to violence. Who has ever punched you?
I mean, you did Mason, basically.
I didn't mace him. It was pure sterile water. God damn, he's the complete opposite of mace. It is the least offensive thing I could have hit him with.
So-
pH balance, too.
I think Jared was throwing a dice.
Where's
at
my
me.
vape?
That is the most violent. Well, to
Where's
be
my
fair,
vape?
that is what Jerica does. She throws dice at me.
Can I?
No.
She threw dice at you.
I threw dice at you because you were asleep and I was trying to wake you up.
No, no, Jared, you throw dice at people.
No, I don't.
You throw dice at people.
No,
You're
I
a dice
don't.
thrower.
No, I'm not.
You throw it. You
I'll bring
toss
Hanzo
it.
over for you next week, Riley.
Oh, Hanzo! Oh my
No,
I'll
god.
bring him over
not.
next week for you.
Okay, thank you.
He was asleep and I didn't want to wake him up.
Woo!
Whoa!
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Matchmaker.
I
make me a
love
match.
So the fun fact about like the green and the black and the white, they were all used out of the same resource materials. Riley bought the white, I bought the green from a secondhand shop, and the black also came from a secondhand shop. But they're all like matching bags to some degree.
Fucking love
They're
it.
a hat. I don't know what you're talking about.
Honestly, you could rock it as a bucket hat. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Precisely.
Or a bonnet.
I apologize. Do this for me, please. I wish to have what you have.
I'm
It's like
dead.
Little Miss fucking Muppet,
That's
dog.
what I'm saying. You have a fucking like bonnet on. Like that's what that is.
There you go, sir.
You are an absolute delight. Thank you.
I mean, it became undone, but
I care not. I look backward. You can't tell me otherwise.
I'm not going to.
We are
You are
fine
correct.
looking gentlemen.
No,
Multi-purpose.
that Sir Jared of the Horns
Oh
of
my god, I'm so
Wrestling-
excited. I'm so excited. I have so many dice bags now.
The Duke of
I feel like I should keep like D20s all in one, D8s all in another.
You gotta be careful though, if you mix up sets, it could be bad juju.
You should
That's
video
right.
earlier in our conversation.
About the
Okay, all of these.
That's
Wait,
right.
I want my good
What-
ones in here.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Jesus.
I'm sad I missed that. I never heard that one. Buttholes have delightful influence.
I don't.
You got so
Yeah, I
scared
don't
for
put
a
like my
second.
D6s together
You
unless
thought I
they're a
possessed
mismatching
them.
pair.
I saw you recoil. Your eyes widened. You went like this.
Yeah, concerned for a second.
Why?
Look at this. I need you to know the face you made. Look.
I saw it. I was looking straight at him when I said it.
Alright. Let me see what we got here. There we go. Well, thank God, I remembered what you guys said because I wrote an itinerary.
Good, because we fucking don't know what
We
we're
forgot
doing.
everything.
Who would like to do recap?
Oh, hey, Scribe. Scribe us.
What happened?
Scribe us, Scribe. Regale us with the tales of what we did last week. Wait, the week before. What happened we with you in the week that you played? Regale us with those tales. What was last week? They were happening. My weeks are blurred together because I'm in between my parents' house and here with two very crippled individuals right now.
No worries.
My dad looks like the Bionic Man, dude. He's got a full fucking chest brace, metal brace, and a full neck brace holding everything up and
Holy
locking his
shit.
hips to his back and down to his shoulders.
Oh my
He
gosh.
literally just looks like it's a turtle hat. It's this solid back, carbon fiber like back on him. He looks, and it looks like it's like a fucking bullet.
He's a goddamn Ninja
No,
Turtle.
he had 4 fusions, 2 in his neck and 2 in his back.
Wow.
And so he's gonna be a fucking rod when he finally heals up, but at least he'll be able to move. Yeah, it was fucking wild, man.
That's
Like,
insane.
they showed me a picture of it. I'm like, oh, even now, I've seen Melissa's, and I was like, I was horrified. Like they drill the screws in on either side, and they literally just slide a rod and cap it off. There's no even like they don't build the support rods in. It's literally just 2 screws into each vertebrae all the way down. Take the disc out, put that gel disc in, and then just drive rods down, and cap them off. I'm like, so can you not bend? He's like, I'll never be able to bend left and right, but I can turn left and right, and I can bend over. I just won't be able to do this anymore. And I'm like, can you do any of it right now? He's like, no, none whatsoever before the surgery. And I'm like, well, that's an improvement then. Fuck.
Yeah.
The dichotomy of the story with you wearing that as a hat
I'm aware.
is so... It's giving me whiplash.
I wish I had a
Describe
powdered
them.
wig.
Alright. Me?
You're a scribe, goddammit.
I'm always.
So last week started off where we left off with vampire awoken, sequestered off into the safe area, some tense conversations in regard to our cleric or paladin.
I'm not a paladin. Do
Cleric.
not call me a paladin.
I'm
not a cleric.
What
The
the fuck are you?
I am an inquisitor.
Inquisitor, right?
I'm actually a vindicator. Call me a vindicator.
I'm gonna call you
I don't know if you can
fucking
fill up my eye.
Rick.
The holy
Our Rick
Leroy Jenkins.
is
You're not
had a
wrong
problem
there.
with the undead creature being allowed to live. Had some tense conversations back and forth between characters.
I am gonna
Then
punch you.
Rick went to go talk
There's
to
one
the
person who's calling
goddess.
Rick, and it's not fucking you. Stop.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't know that was a name.
Yeah, don't. Please. I'm sorry. That's one name I can't handle that name.
Tim.
Tim is great. So we're someone gonna call
Our
him
Tim,
Just not Rick. Sorry.
Timothy, had some issues with the undead creature and the
Oh, you did
edicts
nickname him.
of,
Hold on.
We named him,
We did name him.
did you name him Timothy?
Did we name him Timothy?
No, they named him Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Yeah. I was
No,
calling-
Jeff!
Yeah,
Jeff,
and then you
but
changed
Joffrey
it to Joffrey.
in the realm of
Oh.
things. Jeff is just a modernized term for Joffrey.
You could
The way
do
he
Joff.
doesn't like Rick, I was not gonna accept Jeff.
I put
So-
down Joffrey, so
That's
Joffrey
okay.
is his
Just
name.
don't
It
call
is
me
set in
Rick. Just call me
stone.
anything but Rick, honestly. Rick and Ricky are 2 things you cannot call me. I will fucking punch people. I will actually punch people for this.
Just don't call him late for dinner.
You call me like you're too.
Oh.
Carry
Then Vindicator. Vin. There we go. Vin Diesel went to go
I
talk
knew
to
it
his
was
goddess. His goddess was like, "Hey, maybe we give
Don't
people
be a dick."
chance. See if they can find redemption on their own." And he was like, "Okay."
Basically what she said. She
And
said,
then
"Hey,
he came back,
Darian, don't be a dick."
and Darian was like sort of more cordial and being like, "Hey, sorry I did all that."
Then 48 hours is gonna kill you.
Yeah, but then you talk to your god and you change your mind.
I just didn't apologize for it. I just said, hey, we're not gonna kill him now.
Yeah, but your energy was different.
But I'm not apologizing to a vampire.
Yeah, I know, but
Why
your
is
energy
that on
was
my
different. We felt it. It was like sort of an apology of some type.
There we go.
Then what did we do? Did we do anything special after that other than eat? We ate.
We ate, we had a group chit chat, we went back to the regular plane.
We watched the vampire, and the vampire wasn't moving because it was like I'm stone cold. Then we were like, oh, we got to deal with your stuff. So you had to go to college, and I'm also just in classes there. So
Yeah.
we went back. Guest room back there. Vampire woke up. Talked a little bit like short and out of it. I imagine just because of the situation. And that's where we left off. I'm pretty sure.
I can try and see if I can.
So we left off, we were gonna do, there was one thing we were gonna do the next time around, and it was, I think, your conversation that we had to have with your goddess. We were
funniest.
We were gonna go back because we had put the, we needed you to read the ambulance in your office. We haven't read the
Is it
second
right?
bit of stuff we put in there yet.
Yes, I'm in my office right
I
now
know.
to read. Yeah.
Okay, so you have to read the
told you
ambulance. Riley is in classes with you.
Yes.
Norhig, me, and Jerica, or Seren are back at the inn. But
No, we're in the.
No,
we're still on the
plane.
realm.
or the plane. That's right, that weird plane.
Yeah.
We found out that every 24 hours that passes in the regular plane
Yeah.
is like 2 hours
Well,
there.
you found that
Yeah,
out.
so
We found that out.
I want to take you and I to find some sort of mercenary work for you and me. The rest of them can't do it, but you and I can. Mostly because you're a bard. Saren, you can actually join us in mercenary work, actually.
I could help.
You can't. No, you're in school. He's in school. You don't need a
Well,
job.
I'm in my
you
office.
are doing your own thing. I'm sorry, I can't bring you
It'll
with me.
be quick.
You're way too violent. You're way too violent.
So
Way
it's
too
like
violent
actually-
for
I'm just
mercenary
doing
work?
a private study. Like
I know.
What?
Wait,
I
can you
can't bring you
elaborate
bounty.
on that?
Can
a
you,
little bit?
yeah,
I
can
need
you
to
elaborate on
elaborate.
how you can be
Elaborate.
too violent for mercenary work?
Yeah, so the mercenary work I'm looking for is bounty, catch, and bring back alive. I'm not looking for catch and kill. I'm not looking for
Stunning.
decimation. I'm not looking for.
Yeah,
Fucker.
okay. I
And
don't
yet you're
kill
bringing Except
me.
you have chains and all this other stuff, and when you pinch people, sometimes they die instantly. Like,
You don't really go off as sort of inconspicuous.
and you also tend to just go when you see things. And so I really would like to not just go and like lead into this a little bit. So I'm gonna let you
have
talk.
to argue with
Why do you
them,
bring
but-
Soren then?
What? Because Seren at least can think of a situation and go, yes, I'm not going to kill them right now. I'll kill them later, and that's workable. I can deal with that. I can't
Oh, you
deal-
are bringing Soren.
Correct. I can't deal
Oh,
with.
you bring
You know what?
Seren
The quickest way to solve this
You're
problem:
not there.
drag you back. Like, which
I
he
know.
honestly is in
I'm
90%
just
of the
thinking that
circumstances.
you
I just don't want that right now.
I've only killed one person.
I realize that, but you tend to.
Look at the cup.
How do I put
yeah,
this?
that's
You
right.
tend to barrel through certain things, which are great because that's
Eat trash,
exactly what
eat
your
trash.
character does. But it makes it very annoying sometimes
Eat
when I try to
trash,
do something
eat
else.
trash.
I don't want you to barrel through this. So you find something else to fucking do. I'm gonna take Norhig and possibly Seren and do something else.
Sure, I'll be happy to stay with the vampire.
Thank you, perfect. Because I no longer care what you do to the vampire. I've already satisfied my need with that vampire. I'm not gonna protect the vampire. I'm just not gonna be the one that kills
I
it.
paid you to protect it.
Shit!
Yeah.
Shit!
Yes!
You did! Alright, I'm staying with the vampire and I'm not leaving. The rest of you can fuck off. Damn you! You ruined my whole day. Alright, well, I'm gonna post up next to the vampire and protect it.
All right.
I am right beside you anyway.
So bringing
so
this back,
we could talk.
where we are going to start it is the moment, Logan, that you wanted to have before any other individuals leave. So however you would like to set that up and address that situation is how you choose to set up and address that
Talk to
situation.
your god.
So wait, we're all gone though.
Yes, we're gonna cut to you guys next
Okay.
in the realm.
He's gotta have
Just
his
because
talk.
this is gonna have a small moment and before they go off and do
Okay.
anything,
Got
if
you.
he's
I thought you meant it's like it's before
Yeah,
we
you
leave,
don't
and then I was
fucking
like, we're
no,
just
no, no,
gonna
no,
talk
no. So you
about
guys
it.
have already
Hey.
left, but he's
Yes.
gonna go take this moment while everybody
thought
else is
his
trying to
ankle
figure
that
out a plan. And he's going, fuck, yeah, I was paid, fuck!
Nitro fume sauce. It's a sativa.
Nitro fume sauce.
He probably would head it because there is a fireplace like in this area.
Don't turn it upside
correct?
down. It's
Correct.
Liquid. It like
He
sloshing
probably
through.
would set up right in front of
it's
it,
like a
kind of
really
just
light sauce.
kneel down and kind of begin to pray.
This is the diamonds version of it.
Whoa! You're praying?
Live diamond
does that on
and sauce
occasion.
from the same thing. They're both nitro
As far as
fume,
I
so
know,
I tend
yeah.
to use them kind of in the same place. They're really
Like 4 times
Feel free to
double.
Yeah.
drink away.
Thank you.
Meditation is a form of prayer.
It is.
Okay. How far to the extent is he setting things up?
You're apparently hiring a choir.
Apparently.
Which the vampire could do it for you.
Yep. Sing away.
For Sarah, right?
I don't have anything else to really set it up.
I mean, if you have anything in there like wine, matches, candles, anything that you think
Here's
that
the
you would have
tea,
held
don't you
on to
dare
at any
break it.
point, or you can add again if you want to set it up. The more that you leave, obviously, the more likelihood of a chance you're gonna have because you are leaving them offerings. But there's more offerings than just physical things. So again, totally up to you. You have individuals around you that could potentially help. It's just up to you as a person.
I will not leave the vampire, so you have to come to me.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Cool. I didn't think you were gonna ask
So
for
you
the
said it
help.
didn't have to be physical things. Can I offer key as an offering?
You could give key as an offering.
That's cool.
Okay. He'd probably give about 5.
Okay. You would come just to the outskirts of the Forge of Creation. Just those outer bands before you reach the heat of that Seven Forge. And she kind of just stands, almost looking through the glass like it's a two-way mirror.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
And just kind of stands next to you and goes, why?
I'm assuming she's asking why I'm here and why I'm asking for what I'm asking for.
Do you want to roll a sense motive or insight?
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Padme asks, okay. Maybe for what?
No, that's fine.
Porque is because we're lost.
32.
Yeah.
Depending how you use it.
Yeah.
One word.
You get a
Because.
sense that she understands why
Yes.
you're here.
Okay.
There's porque and then there's porque.
She's
Yes.
asking exactly why you want her to
Okay,
do
it's just one.
what you were asking.
Oh yes. Put this in the words.
Because for her, you trying to get a sense of vision when you were okay being visionless is hard for her to understand why she would have to reforge you in a way. Why?
You got this, buddy.
And she kind of like looks down towards you.
We believe in you. I'm praying for you.
He kind of sits there and he ponders for a moment. Everything leading up to those tunnels, I've been able to. My sight's never been a liability leading up to that moment. And had we not been able to escape from those waters, I wouldn't have been able to do what I had to do. And in those brief moments, I came to the realization that the people that we're going up against will utilize every weakness that we have. Make me go into environments where I can't use my other senses. And it puts those around that I'm around at risk.
And she kind of, you would see almost grow like purple on the inside, like in heat. And she would kind of let it back out, like a heavy sigh, like a fuel for that flame. What you're asking isn't impossible. But to some that you may experience, it could potentially be an impasse. Where you may think that it's going to give you a new vision, a new look on things. Know that others will not always look at you so kindly. Others will see your differences, especially if you are not to remain on this plane of existence. You may walk around with other targets on your back. Are you prepared to walk with them as well as protecting the other individuals that you may very well put at risk?
Yeah.
And she'll kind of materialize a little bit more. You start seeing more of like an actual human form rather than this flame anarch, essentially. She'll kind of hold her hand out. And you're willing to go through that? Are you 100% being serious?
That's
Okay.
gonna burn, motherfucker.
And she holds her hand out still.
And he reaches out and takes it.
And you will get, in a sense now, before you step in, she's giving you like a sense of what you're going to experience. Your key being spent for things pertaining to other things outside of what you can traditionally do is going to cost double.
Okay.
Ooh.
That
So
sucks.
it sucks, but it gives you the ability that you want.
Yep. That sucks.
Upon expenditure as well, when you are done with that, when it is a long rest, you will have to roll a percentile roll.
Question.
It is going.
How does my ability to refuse his key work with that? Because it's going to cost, does it cost double what I need to do to refill his key normally?
No.
Okay.
No. So what you doing does not affect him. It is literally his fee that he is choosing to take.
Okay.
You do get all the benefits. There is a percentile roll. There is a chance of you sleeping like the dead and not waking up because your body is that far exhausted.
Okay.
So be careful of how much you're expending because it's gonna narrow that window of your success just even further.
Okay.
She would also let you see what was just like an outline of flame to you before, and where you didn't really have the vision. It's almost like clear as day. Like you can now see like this tangible woman that she has shifted herself into, and she kind of opens these almost glass panes to the inner chamber, and you do feel the heat instantly hit you. And she just kind of steps into the chamber herself, and you see this almost just radiating light just completely envelop her in that glow. And she continues to hold your hand, waiting for you to willingly step towards her.
And he would step forward.
Okay, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, not bad. So that'd be the fortitude?
Correct.
Be 20, 22.
Does anybody here drink LaCroix?
LaCroix?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Continue. I got a lot of LaCroix for you.
You are hit with a blinding pain. To feel the metal affixed to your skin with the chains was one thing. To literally be reforged with the vision of essentially the ancients is another. It will end up using the rest of your key that you have, and you will be sleeping for the remainder of the evening. But other than that, you do have the ability, should you so want, and I will say use this with caution, because if there are gods, deities, or fey creatures in the area, it will act like see invisibility or detect magic. It could potentially blind you with how many creatures are in the area.
Okay.
So just be careful.
We all
Okay.
know that works.
Now with you two. At school.
I'm in my library.
And you're doing your independent studies.
I'm doing my independent studies. I'm also
What are
checking
you-
Ooh.
You're checking on what? On who?
I want to check on the magic
Spectrometer.
Spectrometer.
You got it.
I was gonna say magic doohickey.
What would you do first?
I think check in on it because we set that up over 24 hours ago.
Okay.
It's been like days.
And you guys were analyzing which part exactly?
We had already tested the barrels out. This was the powders, I believe, that we were putting in there because we knew that some of them were from different realms and stuff, but we were trying to find out exactly what so that we can narrow down where we need to go to get them. So if it's like some sort of dryad root or some we're trying to figure out what these, like a more detailed explanation of what these ingredients are.
Okay, so you're just trying to find out the ingredients.
Yeah, but we can only do them one at a time. I think we did the powdered one.
The gold powder.
The gold powder.
Okay, and my question is, would you guys be looking for the actual ingredients or would you be looking for the cure?
That's a good question.
I'd say probably both.
No, you can't without.
You gotta do one or the
Yeah.
other. Because
We
of
have a
how
limited-
long it takes.
And we have a limited amount of
sentence
this stuff.
implies
Yeah.
that it's one.
We don't have a lot of stuff to test. We didn't get a lot. We kind of got the dregs of this from whatever he was willing to give.
This is
So
my luck screen
we're gonna have to take a choice on that. Honestly, I feel like the ingredients will help us identify a cure. If we get a cure but we don't know how to make it, I don't know. I feel like
Learning what's in it is our first step.
Yeah.
The cure can become step 2 once we know what it is.
I agree.
We can do research to find what counteracts it.
We can also reverse that and do the same thing with the
Yeah,
cure.
we
Find
can
out
create.
what's in the cure.
I agree, but it's easier to know how to make something if you know what you're dealing with. If you're trying to reverse engineer items you don't understand, it can take years.
Okay.
For instance, if we had all the pieces for a hyperdrive, we can figure out a hyperdrive pretty quickly. But if we just had a whole hyperdrive, odds are we're not going to figure that out. We're going to break more disassembling that thing, destroying it, than we are going to figure it out.
Okay.
So I think it's a lot easier to, I think it's going to be easier to identify all the pieces and
Whoever
go,
put the pieces inside of the mechanism, I need to know what you would have set it to do.
so the yellow powder we're putting in there, I want to know its origin site. So I want to know what it is. What
Okay.
is the yellow powder?
What are the elements?
What makes that yellow powder that yellow powder? I don't want to know a cure for
Okay.
it. What is it?
Okay. Alright, so you going and checking on that first. It is ready. So pulling it out, you do realize that there are 3 that are 100% found on the prime plane.
I'm telling my Amazon server to jot that down.
Don't worry, I am.
So 3 of them are found on the prime plane.
3 of the ingredients are found.
The 3 that are found 100% in the system's history.
3 that are found 100% in the system's
Flay
history.
leaf.
Flay.
Flay. F-L-A-Y.
Thank you.
Leaf.
Flay leaf.
Dark wood.
Dark wood.
And ground silver.
Ground silver. Don't talk. Did you get that? Okay, good.
What's silver?
Brown.
Brown.
Thank you.
I think Lucas, upon hearing those ingredients.
Brown or ground?
Brown. B-R-O-W-N.
Wait, will you clarify brown or ground?
Ground.
Ground.
Ground. We
I heard brown.
Silver.
That'll get
Brown.
Like
I heard
not
ground.
regular.
I was like, I don't think brown
least
silver.
one of them.
Ground up like
Not like
silver.
cane sugar,
Yeah, like
but
silver
brown
dust.
sugar. We thought there was sort of a brown silver.
So we
And
got
there are 4 others that were found on other planes of existence. Now the specified region or location is not listed. It is just put as other. Also, there is one that is a little, I would say like incomplete. It's like a half-filled version of like, what did they call it? Like Jeopardy or some shit? Like how they would have those,
Like fill in the blank.
yeah, like
Kinda
fill in the
thing?
blanks. The ones that you guys do get, Moon Dew,
Moondew.
Alkali Salt, and it's A-L-K-A-L-I salt.
Alkali?
It's from an actual region.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, no, it's from like an
It shares
actual,
a name.
It does, but it's from actually a region. But it doesn't tell you that it's from that region, so that's why I was like, it is different. And then you guys have love, blank blank. It does not fill it out.
Wait.
There is not enough, it's just love, blank blank.
Love.
Like there are 2 words that are supposed to be following it.
Okay.
So one of the ingredients in here is love.
Wait, you said there were 4 others, and there were 1 incomplete.
Correct. That's the
Oh,
one that's incomplete.
okay, you're still going.
And the last one is nightshade. Those are the 7 chemical compositions of the yellow smoke specifically.
That sucks.
I grabbed the piece of paper from my unseen servant that he wrote it down with, and I'll just sort of fold it up. I'll also put an arcane mark on it, just so that I know
Okay.
it's mine, so it doesn't get swapped out for like a fake or something. And I'll pop that in my pocket.
Okay.
Okay, that's all good and dandy.
And then what independent studies are you doing currently? Because I will say you have about 3 hours like of your like school time specifically that would be dedicated to this. So if you are looking up alchemical ingredients, if you're looking up magic, if you're looking up planar regions, if you're looking up maybe languages, whatever you're looking up.
So correct me if I'm wrong, the last ingredient where it wasn't able to finish the identification was love something something.
Correct.
So the first part of the ingredient name
Is love.
is love.
Correct. And and that's all. It just has like question marks and the remainder like spaces because there isn't, again, enough information. It literally says planar region other, which means you just know that it's not on this plane of existence.
Can I search for or call up a book for anything that they have involving the word love listed as an ingredient in alchemical uses?
Sure, go ahead and roll
That's gonna be stuff.
percentiles
Why do you
for
not look
me.
up the other ones that we for sure know first?
How many books are you wanting to do? You want to do like a book an hour?
That's only 3 books.
I'll do 2 books an hour.
So you're just like skimming.
I'm just skimming because I
Okay.
only need honestly I could fucking do 3.
Sure.
I mean, you could also use it to find out.
What?
No. Your choice.
I shouldn't use this to roll.
I mean, you can. I would just flatten it out all the way.
63.
Okay. For your first 2 books, you get basically like grandma's ingredients with love. So they're like all different like
You guys laugh, but that's it's a real fucking magical fucking magical ingredient.
Baking is magical.
So that's why like it is actually like talked about like coming from the heart. It is just referring to love, like specifically just love as the ingredient though. It's not saying love and those 2 other things.
Yes.
So from what you gathered, these just aren't it. Go ahead and roll percentiles again.
26.
26, okay. These ones you managed to go through and you get a little bit closer. It's almost like a general encyclopedia of herbs, but again, it's primarily from this plane of existence. A lot isn't known too much for highly dangerous or toxic materials that are farmed from other planes of existence. And that's because 95% of the people don't fucking live to tell the tale.
Right. So
Yeah,
I know it's extra planar. Can I refine the search by extra planar?
Sure, go ahead. For your last final roll.
I love blank blank.
Thank you, by the way, Eric.
Fuck you.
Love blank blank.
Fuck you for Moondew.
Yeah.
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 The rest of them are easy to get.
Woo,
That's a fucking nightmare to obtain.
Yeah.
55.
55.
55.
I can't drive.
So there is something that is referred to as love and idleness.
Love, what is it called?
In idleness.
Love in idleness.
Essentially, a whole lot isn't known about it. Its early uses, though, were dating back actually to the asylum. Its use was that of like disgruntled patients or people that would try and be combative. It was used almost as like a mild or natural form of sedative, but being put in this powder, you're not exactly sure what heat or other things could do to transform that. It is also talked about as like love and idleness is like a sense of being or like an ingredient in itself, but it's not comparing it to that of like true love, like what love in the grandma's ingredients you were reading.
Mm-hmm.
It's talking about it in an odd way, almost like in contentment of like that just is what it is. But to have that acceptance of just whatever, it's not something that can be farmed, and to find somebody that is legitimately happy with everything just being the way that it is difficult.
Okay. And since I'm doing 3 books per hour, can I use one of those final books to search for just love and idleness in our library?
You can try.
Someone who's happy with things just being as they are.
Oh, that ain't me.
No, he wants to change a lot of stuff.
Yeah, dude, I literally went to the floor decoration like 6 fucking times.
Only 6?
I ain't
Only
happy with
those are
nothing.
fucking light numbers, man. Get those fucking numbers up.
With more sarcasm, but okay.
20.
There's nothing found. You were so close. You had to get under 16. There is nothing found on it, unfortunately. At least not in this library that they have access to. Or that is out in the open. There's a possibility that some of it could be locked away that you just don't have access to.
Can I, before we leave, get in contact with, Sight Song?
Okay. Before you leave?
Before we leave.
Okay. Riley.
Yeah.
You go to class.
Hell yeah, I'm taking notes.
Where are you gonna sit?
Oh, fucking right in the front.
Right in the front?
Right in the front. She's the one that's there 45 minutes early. She's got all her pencils laid out and organized. Highlighters ready. I don't think highlighters are most of them, but what the fuck ever. Quill ready.
Charcoal.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Okay. Miss Lightsong walks in.
Okay.
But she walks in with a rather almost stern looking individual.
Okay.
Rather tall gentleman. He almost reaches 7 foot. Pointy ears, short, like ashen white hair. Green eyes. Kind of, I would say like darker skin tone, more like almost like a mahogany, like almost like a chestnut. It's got like a little bit of peachy undertones to them. But just the contrast is very stark.
Okay.
And he just kind of walks in, hands behind his back, does a general observation of the room.
Is he standing up front with her or?
Standing up front with her. And he is center, she is off to his right.
Ooh, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
He starts talking, he's like, well, Mrs. Lightsong. It's an Alan Rickman.
I literally was like, this is Professor Snape.
What a lovely wild magic class.
So full of potential. So he is kind of standing there and goes, I would like to introduce myself.
I have a question. How many other people are in this class with me?
About 7.
Okay.
Small class.
Okay. Are they sitting, like, is anyone sitting
Far
up?
away from you.
Oh, cool, okay.
You are front center and
everyone
they're
else
all
is in the back of the
back
class. I'm like.
They are like scattered like off to left, right, and back behind you, and you are front and center. That's why I asked. Like,
I fucking love this. Alright, cool.
Weirdest wild magic kid ever.
Literally. And he just kind of looks at you, and then looks over at Lightsong, and she just kind of.
I'm just like.
And he goes, oh, I'm one of the chairmen of the school. With everything being as it is, I'm here to supervise and make sure no magic goes awry. And he looks directly at you when he says it. I've heard some individuals may excel, and for those that do, they will be granted liberties that others do not have access to. You are here for the protection and the security of our knowledge and our courts. Failure to do so will mean immediate expulsion, and you will be dealt with accordingly.
Don't fuck up.
Would anybody else
Or
like to
you'll be dead.
leave? And you already see half the class is left.
I was like, look back and lame ass motherfucker. No. What, did he say his name?
He did not.
Oh, okay.
So, raise your hand.
He just introduced himself as one of the chairmen of the school. And that's all he said.
I ain't gonna push it.
And he kind of just looks over at Nightsong and says, these 4 years better not disappoint me like the rest. And he will walk out. He won't even touch the door, but it will slam behind him. And you are left alone in the room with her.
Oh, it's literally just fucking me now?
It's you and 3 others.
Oh, sick. What's up, guys? You wanna scoot up a little bit?
Yeah.
They're just kind of looking at you, and one has their, like, what would be, like, earplugs in, just kind of, like.
I mean, that dude left, so.
And they just kind of put it back in and just like pretend like they're working and
Do you have a fucking
taking notes, but they're
Walkman?
not. It's like cotton essentially, like it's compressed cotton that they have now
so
put
they'd
in
be
their
like-
ears that they are just hiding behind their hair so that they don't have to deal with it and they can just draw or make whatever notes that they want to make.
I'm gonna sit there and be
Mad
like,
disrespectful.
no wonder all these other people failed. God damn.
I don't even have the energy to not listen to you.
I will say she will kind of start, thankfully enough for you, with the basic understanding of herbs. So just herbology.
Oh,
Which, I mean,
fucking
granted, you ace it because you know most of it already, but she does kind of go into different origin points. Now, what she does kind of go into that makes it a little bit interesting is almost the history of the school and the college itself. The reason why all of these departments originated was because some had easier access to other planes of existence than others. So they would go and help farm and use it as educational experiences and opportunities to access said material and essentially exploit the students potentially. Like, they were sending you into dangerous situations that you really had no concern being, but you were like, fuck yeah, science.
Okay.
So there were benefits because again, you got to handle the product, you got to see it at first hand, and they had the direct access, but you could not normally go there via direct access without somebody else. Traveling to those planes of existence or trying to bring back particular ingredients without having the proper modes of transport could be very dangerous, if not volatile. She also expresses the extreme concern of putting certain ingredients inside of
Back to holding.
yeah, bags of holding or any other form of like portal or containment device, as it could potentially be unstable. That was essentially your 3 to 3.5 hour lecture.
Imagine you didn't go to that class and we just get to one of the ingredients, we pop it in, that's the end of the campaign, it's DBK.
Right into the back.
We
of
miss
our
that
eye.
one little piece of
So I-
information and we
do I only
go,
have one-
finally,
do I only have
moon
one
dew.
class?
Yeah, so it's just that one class.
What's that
What they
beeping
do
noise?
for the afternoon is they kind of keep it like open-ended where they want you to go and kind of explore a little bit.
Okay.
They also want to see you doing your own independent study.
Okay.
Whether that be, it's kind of like where college goes, hey listen, here's your main itinerary, you can go pick some electives, go to the different table events.
Okay.
So like now you're trying to figure out like what other magic or what other areas of study, because yes, you're getting the general education right now, but you're not going to touch extensive spells and stuff like that for a little bit. So what else would your character want to do in this time? You can also rent books out and take them back to other planes or wherever the hell you want to go.
Oh, I'm sure Jericho would be interested in books.
You could also, if you want to, take whatever information you have back. You can talk to Shalara. You can talk to Azura.
If you can find her.
You can talk to like whoever.
Sure she could.
Talk about the book.
She'd probably be the only person that could find her.
There are different things. So that's why I'm like, again, you could do whatever you wanted to do as a character, but essentially your like 4 hours are like open study.
So around what time would we get done with class?
I'd say like 2:33.
Okay.
And that's why they give you the afternoon, because normally things start
Specific
winding
time.
down by 6 and people want to go out drinking and everything by like 7:38.
Heard. I would go back to your office to find you.
Okay. Would I be going to Miss Lightsong's office at this point in time?
Yeah.
When we pass each other.
Oh, hi.
Huh.
How was class?
Oh, pretty easy actually.
Anything fun happen?
I mean, we talked about herbs, and I know a lot about herbs, so.
Okay. You see any like
There was some weird dude.
people?
He seemed real serious. He 7 feet tall, white short hair. Said he was a chairman, but didn't give his name.
Do I know that guy?
Green eyes, pointy ears. He said he was overseeing her, and he seemed to like almost outrank Miss Lightsong, which was a little. I don't like that vibe.
I don't know that guy.
Well, he was there. About half the class left, so there's only 4 of us now.
I've been in that class before. Oh.
You're not special enough.
I don't know. He kind of was like, "Don't fuck up," and left. I don't know. Anyway, did you find anything with the spectrometer?
Yeah, I found a complete list of planar ingredients here, a mostly complete list of planar ingredients on other planes, and a possible lead for what the last one is.
Okay, that's a start. Did you find out what other planes they all came from?
No.
So that's probably something we should do.
That is something that's next on the board.
Okay. But we also need to get back to like the other plane because we don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
Lots of planes already.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm on my way to go at least have a quick little conversation with Miss Lightson about maybe getting access to more materials.
Okay. I'll head to the library to see what I can find while you do that.
All right.
Meet me in the library and then we'll go from there.
Perfect. Yeah. Do you want to take Gemini with you to maybe like have her look around?
Absolutely.
So you guys are being gone till like 7:30, 8 o'clock?
No, we're gonna. I say like 2 hours max.
Yeah, I'd say 2 hours max. So like
4:30.
5:30.
4:30. We are fucking dipping.
Yeah.
So until 4:30, what are the rest of you doing back at fucking camp?
Well, he's sleeping.
You'd be sleeping, I'd say, till about 3 o'clock or so. and you'd
I
probably wake
unfortunately
up.
am completely posted up next to a vampire, making sure it doesn't get attacked by someone who's sleeping.
Well, you could still be doing something.
I am.
Are you
I'm
crocheting?
afraid while I'm sitting next to a vampire because someone paid me to protect this vampire. So my whole gift, I'm just going to literally, till she comes back, I'm going to be right next to this vampire, hanging out. The things I am doing are going to involve praying, for one. I need to redo my spell list, so I'm going to take about 2 hours to do that, to get some different spell lists in there. And then I need to, what was the last thing I wanted to do with it?
You
I
can
need
do
to,
that?
huh?
You can change your spells?
Every 15 minutes is all I need to change my spells.
Oh man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I know. You pick a good, like a.
Hey!
You're not here, so it doesn't matter.
He used to be a good class.
Yeah. What was the last thing?
You missed a gate.
Is Ozra there still?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
Ozra's with us.
She might have came back though.
Oh, she came back? I didn't know she came back. How
By
the fuck
3
was,
o'clock, she would have come back.
why the fuck would she have
How are y'all
not
supposed
taken
to
us
get
with
back?
us? What the fuck? I'm pissed at her.
So
That's fine.
I want to have a conversation with Ozra about those ingredients, but we can do that.
You don't know
This
what
is
the
true.
ingredients
This
are.
is true. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Forgot who
but
we were talking
the whole
about.
thing was she was running out of her sight. That's why she went back with us in the first
You
place.
don't know that she
Yeah,
left.
until we
She
know about the
literally dropped
ingredients,
mom
I
and
got
just
nothing. I want to talk
blinked.
to Ozra about the ingredients once he gets back. But until then, I'm just going to be recovering my spell list right now.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oscar and Shalara would
Alright,
probably have
did my
like a
job.
quick 20-minute conversation. Oscar would probably end up leaving.
Have fun
leaving
too.
outside the gates.
I can probably actually talk to Shalara then, honestly, when Nick gets back then. But,
Well, they're all gonna come back, but they're all gonna come back at the same time.
Okay.
So she waits outside the gates. You guys are at the library though.
No, she's at the library
So
with
like, okay.
Gemini. I'm going to Miss Lightsong.
Okay. So let's handle light song first, and then library.
Okay.
Could you not do the same knock every time? You know what? Actually, the first one was better. Just come in.
Thank you. And I'll close the door behind me, sort of like dust myself off, straighten up my robe. Miss Lightsong, I came with a small request.
You're asking for a lot recently.
A lot has come up recently. I know you
That
know.
doesn't concern me. Your point is,
One of them does.
indirectly.
My point being, I just need access to a little bit, maybe more restricted materials in the library in regards to extraplanar alchemical ingredients.
Roll a persuasion.
Best of luck to you, sir. May the odds be in your favor. I don't think they are.
So that's diplomacy. The bonuses on that. That's going to be a 20.
Oh yeah, you're a sorcerer. Fuck that.
It might not be good.
And then I think I got something.
You smile at things and magic happens. You're a shithead.
Bless
They
you.
win. I got a 25. It's pretty good.
Not without supervision.
Understood.
It'll happen during your next
Independent study.
independent study.
Okay, and who's gonna be my supervisor?
I'll determine that based on what context you give me on the information. Why do you need to look up ingredients from extraplanar realms? What are you planning?
What are you planning?
Well,
Who are you? Who sent you?
What are you doing with all of this
let me
stuff?
see. What would be the best way to go about answering this question?
Honestly?
Honestly.
Honesty.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
How honestly?
You don't know as much.
You don't know as much enough to give away anything. You
Yeah.
only know that we're trying to hunt down drugs that are poisoning people.
Gotcha.
Possibly experiments. So you for all you know, we're trying to do something
Good.
All you have to say is the cure for a poison.
Yeah, and then I've come
Oh,
across, but
I'm not
or no,
concerned.
not that. But you just have to explain that you're
Oh.
investigating with, you're helping somebody investigate a group of
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Would you say viola?
Ricola.
Or
I have the
Ricola,
same
yeah, viola or
fucking
Ricola.
So you're just telling her.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm waiting for you. I need to do drugs now. I know what I need to say. Eric, sit down. Eric.
Say it then.
Eric.
You're gonna get into the weeds. God damn it, he's going into the weeds, guys.
He's going into the
Sit
weeds.
down.
You're going into the weeds.
I'm not going into the weeds.
Say it, just go. Pop off.
So I'm investigating along with a group of other people, some of whom that you met, some drugs that are apparently being.
What the fuck?
Wait, I thought you said do drugs.
No, she said don't talk about the fucking drugs.
I didn't hear it. She's over there.
Sit down. The drugs are Bruno. You don't talk about
Every
Bruno.
little one of us heard me except you.
I didn't hear it.
But everyone else did. That's what I love about it. Keep going though. This is your moment. Have your moment.
Yeah.
The drugs are Bruno. We do
Have
not
your
talk
moment,
about
sir.
Bruno.
I'm talking about it. We have to talk about it. The
Have
end of the
your
movie,
moment.
the whole thing is that they
Go.
talk about it.
Go. No,
Go.
Just do it. Do what you're doing. Amazing.
And apparently that's being produced into the city. And
Oh, fuck.
this,
Into the weeds,
that's
bro.
sort of the chemical composition that
You're gonna get her killed. You're gonna get this girl killed.
Wow.
He's gonna get her killed.
So in order to better track down how they're producing it and looking into the ingredients and where they come from. But when we were testing out the ingredients, one of the last ones didn't read out fully, and I'm hoping to get some more information from there. If that makes any sense.
She pulls up what you see to be a extensively long contract. Yeah, this Dwayne's Finest.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Fuck you all.
Yikes.
Registered with the guild as well.
Yeah.
So this is what you choose to do during your independent study hour.
Well, no, I was studying it today.
And you wonder why you're getting a supervisor.
I actually didn't. I was really accepting when you told me. And I was like, okay.
Let me be clear.
Yes.
I will not protect you should other individuals find out about this information.
Oh, okay.
If you get discovered and the college is put at risk, I will have no problems but to handle this myself. And I will tell you the ingredients being on the plane of existence will be the least of your worries.
Okay. I'm not gonna get the college in trouble.
You will not discuss this in the college again.
Heard.
You have the liberties tomorrow for 2 hours.
Understood.
I told you doing more than that, we will have a problem.
I'm
I
sorry.
do not want you knocking on my door tomorrow either.
Okay. I mean, I can not knock on the door.
I am not in office tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Like sick day?
A personal day.
Okay.
You're
Are you
just-
teaching Jess's class tomorrow? Or no, she does. She was telling me she does independent study now.
You guys realize you're gonna have to hold me back.
And she just kind of takes like a very deep breath, and you just hear, and the door flicks itself open.
How is
Right.
the charismatic one?
Leaving. Alright. I'll head out. Thank you for the privilege.
He is, but there's a reason why she's acting like this.
God damn. I don't care. It's the fact that we're like, talk about it, but don't talk about drugs. Alright, so there's drugs in town, they're poisoning people, but Jesus Christ.
Hey,
I love it.
sorcerer. I don't have points in intelligence.
Alright, sorry, God. Sorry. It was just too perfect.
Jasmine,
Yeah.
to your study, what are you doing?
I'm looking for I'm looking up what moondew is and where it comes from, and then the alkali. I'm gonna want to say alkali salt, and then nightshade. Where to find those 3 specific things because I know I looked into the other one and couldn't find much.
You can choose one.
Okay, I will look for which one.
Moondew, please.
Moondew, yeah.
Moondew.
I was gonna say I was just gonna start at the top of the list, which was moondew.
That was honestly right at the top of the list.
It was. Yeah.
But I mean, that is the weirdest one to hear too.
Go ahead and roll.
What'd that moon do?
You ain't gonna like where it comes
Jesus
from.
Christ.
Does it come from the moon?
Go ahead and roll
There's a
percentile.
problem with that.
Percentile.
Roll the percentiles on the
You can
dice.
harvest
The
it
right
without that.
die.
But yeah.
I can't see
That's
them when
the
they're.
easiest way to get it. But unfortunately the moon's occupied. So
Let's go
Okay.
to the moon.
by demons and such.
Do I want to roll high or low? I need to send the energy in.
Let's go
my
to the
dice.
moon.
Let's go get away.
Roll
No.
fucking correct.
What you gotta say?
We're not going to the moon, guys.
That is
There's a way
an
of harvesting it
88%.
without that.
Nice.
88! Woo! Yeah, girl! That's all we're doing.
Why are we barking?
But we can fight demons then.
No.
That was
Dogs
I
are out
almost
tonight. Dogs are
whenever
out
that
tonight.
weird guy was talking to you at the Game of Thrones, I almost went up and started doing it too. I was this close to start doing
Called the
it.
moon scar.
Start barking at him.
It's like a level 20 kind of location.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not. It's a whole city full of succubi and thralls and fiends, and it's a nightmare. It's a remnant from a failed invasion of the Abyss on the
An
moon,
island full of
like
succubi
12,000
does
years
not
ago,
sound like
prior
a
to
nightmare
the
to me.
moon star being up and riot. It was their first
What's the
attempt.
motherfucker
to
shirt?
invade
Yeah,
Orion, but they
I'm
missed
just
the mark and invaded the moon
saying.
instead. Sounds stupid, but it gave them a foothold.
You know,
in
That
there
doesn't sound like the
are
worst way to go
far
out.
ways. Yeah, there are
Yeah.
far worse ways to die.
The scar got ripped open.
That explains
So,
something about your campaign
yeah.
then too.
I know.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm just saying, if Seren happened to fall upon an island full of succubi, I think she would
You
just
would have ended
abandon.
up going there for your thing.
Huh?
We would have
Oh,
went to
sorry.
the moon.
I was talking to him.
I was
Yeah,
like,
you-
I
your
would-
character
I would
survived
abandon
your
the
final-
party.
Your final fight, your final
Yeah,
just
so
stay there.
Moondew is derived from, it just says essentially a potent herb. It is commonly used in the creation of medicinal, protective, or divination items, essentially.
So, I can tell you from the PDF of that, Moondew is located in one of two places. Moondew can be harvested directly on the moon itself, which you can get through gates of moon goddesses and so on and so forth, but it's invaded by demons. I do not go there. The second place you can harvest it are moon glades, which are primarily protected and run by fairies, so the other realm, or moon elves. Moon elves primarily control and run 90% of the glades because it's where they do their sacred rituals to their goddess. So, the problem with Moondew is you have to collect it from two very, 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 very violent places. One, fiend and the other religious violence and xenophobia. The moon elves hate everyone, and the fiends will just kill you outright. It's a
But they
really
like
shitty
me.
thing to get.
We have.
I'd like to be an astronaut and go to the moon.
Okay. Wait.
I said that too. He said demons.
You can't. The moon scar alone is the whole reason to not go there.
We don't
It's a
know.
whole forest of fiends, demons, and succubi. You can't. And then there's other ecologies on the moon. It's a fucking nightmare.
This
It was
is-
invaded, a mist invasion 12,000 years ago. is what the moon is. Please, we don't go to the moon without a level 20 character. It's a level 20 campaign is the moon. No joke. It's like they get like a 16 to 20 level campaign to be on the moon. The moon scar is a nightmare. A literal nightmare made alive.
So,
You go first. No.
Yeah, what's up?
so
No moon.
what was the grove that we've seen before?
I don't know, and
Is
that
possibly
it might be, but that's gonna be up to her. But the only place non-moon to get it is from the moon elves, and it's gonna be moon glades. And they exist on a couple different planes of existence, but they're primarily controlled by the moon elves, and they are xenophobic, religious fucking assholes. So getting moon dew from them is going to be. I imagine we're going to have to pay out the fucking anal for it. So. If
Or
we
you
can
gotta
even
look
get
in
it.
the right places.
Correct. Or we gotta go to the right
I mean,
places and find it.
I do have a goddess whose thing is kind of the moon.
I know, which might help us out a lot here, but you're
Yeah.
gonna have to do the talking to her where we could possibly find moon dew.
Yeah, she's my girly top. I'll talk.
Outside of that, one
That's
of
my girl.
one of us are because we're sons, we're gonna have to talk to our counterparts, and I can tell you right now, our counterparts fucking hate us. So we can't talk to our counterpart goddesses without them just being real pissy at us.
Yeah.
So you might be the only option we have.
Well, I will say, go ahead and roll. Just roll a base intelligence.
Which one, her or him?
Or
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm asleep.
Oh, good.
He's
That's right.
yeah.
Sorry.
don't worry
Yeah.
about it too much.
He's comatose.
Okay. It's an 11.
She didn't work out.
Yeah. Good thing that you did not
Um,
worry about that one.
All you kind of remember is that anytime you tried to talk to Ozra about elves or where she came from, she got very uncomfortable.
No.
But seeing white hair, purple eyes, tall elf,
I'm like putting 2 and 2 together.
yeah, you're not 100% sure because you're not that versed on how many types of elves there are.
Yeah.
But she may, like, you
She
just
might
know
have
she's gotten
known
really
something.
uncomfortable about it.
Okay, heard.
So the topic with her isn't always going to be the best, but it's still a topic that
I got some person.
you're like
that was
maybe.
her area. It was always the perpetual night.
Great.
That grove.
So I only found one, and then I expect he would come back.
Correct?
Alright. It'd be like, I got some information on Moon Dew, so we can.
Okay.
That was a start. We gotta go.
Oh yeah, awesome. So we need to
We'll
meet back with-
only have like 30-45 minutes in the other room. And we won't be sleeping. So,
Before we do what?
before we have to come back to this plane and go to class tomorrow.
Oh,
Enough.
right. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you don't come back.
What if we go in, we give the information, we go back out, and we just go to sleep?
Still, when we're in there for 20 minutes, almost 6 hours will have passed.
There's 5, so that's 11.
Can you obtain just an enchanted flask? It just needs to be a preservation enchantment.
Maybe.
Because we need it for the moon dew. If we're gonna carry it out of where we're at.
Okay, yeah, I might be able to do
Bless
that.
you.
Thank you.
Or, we're gonna have to get in contact with somebody.
That's fine. We'll have to
Tell
talk.
me why they got magic containers.
Did you get the item that I had made for you?
Yeah, the
from
mage
guy?
armor necklace. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I don't think there's anything else that we need.
Okay, and then we're heading out.
We're heading back.
Then
We
we'll
need to
see
find
Ozra.
Ozra.
She's right outside the gates.
Technically couldn't.
And during this time in the other realm, she would have started getting you up because it would have been about an hour before they're supposed to be back. And she'll get everybody kind of some tea and get everybody situated. But she'd walk over to you and she'd just kind of hold the glass up by its rim like this.
Thank you.
You know he's going to be sleeping for a little while.
I'm aware, and I will stand here for a little while. But I would like to have a conversation with you and Shalara at some point. Here, around the vampire, so I don't have to leave. Oh, I thought this was Ozra, my apologies.
This is Shalara.
With you and
Ozra's
Ozra.
waiting outside.
Yeah, Shalara's my name.
So, my question really for you is twofold. What is your last memory before being schlepped off into this realm? That you can honestly tell us. Because you might have broken, shattered memories. I just want to know what your last actual physical memory is. Because you and I knew each other. And you're my only link to what happened to my past and where my brain is. Well, my mind is. My brain's here. It's squishy. But my mind is somewhere else. Pieces of it, anyway. And I would really like to recover them.
The last thing I remember,
I remember there being the same thing happening over and over again. Like I was here and then I wasn't. I was taken off this plane of existence and brought back over and over and over. I remember an extensive fight, and I don't mean physically, but I mean just emotionally, mentally. I don't even think now I've fully recovered from it.
Do you know who your captors were?
No. Unfortunately. And whether or not that's because I chose not to remember that or because it's permanently just scarred for me, I don't know.
So you and I met after whatever happened to you happened.
I think we met during, but I recognize you, but I don't recognize your form.
I need to talk to some of your mages about that. Go ahead. What?
Would that have been maybe when her father took, like in your campaign, when her father took her and was killing her over and over again and bringing her back?
No, this is, see, I can't really.
I think we're really after that, after your campaign.
Yeah, I think we are. I think
But
she's a shattered fragment from my campaign.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem. She's a fragment though.
She's the last part.
Because the other
So
part
she
went
remembers
to
being taken to the demon realm of nothingness and brought back, and then brought back and back, because you guys were used over and over again. It was, like I said, you were a well-established party in my campaign prior to starting this, when you started. And so this, you had been used several times before this last time. The last time had just been a 55-year break between when she had opened up the rift and where they were now. But she's talking about being looped into the time dilation and the demons constantly putting her back into what would be a constant groundhog segment of time for them. Because the demons exist outside, so she was being pulled out of time and put back into time further along the timeline in a time loop anyway.
The thing is, she remembers it.
But she only remembers up to a certain point, which means at some point that this segment of her, this paladin segment of her, this fragment of her being was sheared off elsewhere. That's the problem. She's not that she could be from whatever time period. She could be from the end or beginning or the middle of the campaign. This is an amalgamation of what was lost by her throughout that campaign, and it was that kind of openness. Notice how different Chalara is in this than she was in our campaign.
Yeah.
She was aggressive, mean, quick, fast. In this campaign, she's more understanding, talking. Here's some tea. She's very calm. This is what she lost in our campaign, but she had several moments in our campaign, even prior to our campaign, where she lost bits of herself. So this is just a combined. I think this is a combined segment of all of the kind of goodness, what she was when she was part of Sarenrae. This is like her bits of the paladin that were sheared off as she constantly compromised, bit after time after bit after
It's
time.
the only parts Sarenrae could save.
Yeah, and that's why she doesn't. She knows me, but not my form, because she would have met me, but she has there's whole parts of her memory that are just gone before and after. And so it'd be like me meeting you and then having amnesia and going, I know your face, but I have no idea who the fuck you are. So she knows me, but she doesn't know me, and I know her, but I don't remember her.
Well, she said she knows you,
but not my form.
This form.
Correct, but that's the problem with the memory. I think I'm a shattered fragment of a memory.
I think you're a shattered fragment of one of Hurl.
Maybe Hurl, but I think I'm also a shattered fragment of a memory. I just don't know whose yet.
I have it's almost like meeting Jarvis and then something happening to
yes.
you, and then all of a sudden Vision pops up
the
and like
is,
this is Jarvis, and like how is Vision Jarvis? This is
okay.
This is not Jarvis.
And I hate to say it, if you remember in the Evil campaign, who was obsessed with religion but was a wizard?
I don't know.
Someone.
There was someone.
Salvo.
Okay, who?
Someone.
Vasios.
Yeah, Vasios and Sal were both. Salvador was trying to find anything possible to strip. Salvatierre was trying everything possible to strip the mind magic off of him so that he could be free. I could be any one of these, but the point being, it doesn't matter right now. What matters is I got to find out. I have another question for you, Flora. Then, so if you recognize my form, but not me, who else in this group do you recognize form but not identity?
She kind of looks at you And then she'll kind of look back at funnel, of which is set with a thing of tea. Are you drinking out of it, or are you just sitting there?
Oh, am I awake?
He's just. Oh.
She got you
She
up
got
and
you awake,
everything
yeah, you
before
went
she
through the whole
everybody.
thing,
She
yeah.
took tea to everybody, got everybody kind of
That was the
situated.
beginning of this whole thing.
Made sure that at least you were okay. I mean, you're groggy, then you're a little sore, but
Our campaign, Shalara would never have done this. This is why I'm saying she's the good portions that she missed.
Right. Yeah, he'd be drinking it. He'd be kind of like blinking a lot, given the fact that I now can see. But yeah, he'd be drinking the tea.
you
Wait,
would
you
see
can't see?
her
Oh, you-
kneel
okay.
in front of you, Garion. But she doesn't, like, she's sitting back on her calves. But she's not doing it out of prayer.
Mhm.
It's more so like doing it out of, like, respect, like to be on a level ground. And she just kind of holds her cup in her lap.
I'll sit down with her. You recognize Thunnel, don't you?
To an extent, but to say that I can trust him in that form,
You recognize anybody else in our party?
is this going to stay between us?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sensitive.
No, I'm 100% honest. I'm doing this in my own personal character.
Bonusy.
The thing is, I never left from too far.
I'm doing this in my own personal
I'm just
character.
sitting blindly in the room listening
The
to
thing is,
them
I'm like
just-
15 feet away from them.
Now I'll start whispering then if
So,
it's that
It's
sensitive.
25.
I got my ears open.
21.
What languages do you know?
Celestial,
I
Elven,
have to
Common,
pick
Now we cheat.
another-
Goblin,
I
Infernal,
have to pick
and
another language.
She'll
I wrote down
speak
Sylvan
to
and
you in
Elvish
Celestial.
in there.
Okay.
Great.
He doesn't trust me.
he doesn't trust anyone.
And if my memory serves correct, he did. Yes, he was part of what got me into a situation. Not this situation, but a situation. And he looked out for the group until he couldn't. And now he's here in this form, and you know as well as I what weights he holds within himself. I know he doesn't trust me.
He doesn't trust anyone is the problem. He trusts.
He does.
Yeah, very small amounts. That's the issue. He just gives enough trust so that you can stay with him, but
Who are the
he
other
really
ones you
doesn't trust
recognize?
anybody. Pardon? Just me and Thunnel. That's it.
Oh,
No
so
one else in
only
the
just-
party.
Okay.
That she knows that this portion of her knows.
That she is admitting right now, correct?
Correct. No, I have no reason to sense load her on. This is not a serious, like, I'm trying to dig information out. This is just me. This is me chatting and
She has
talking to her.
confirmed though that she
Correct.
also knows Thunnel, but does not recognize his form.
Yes.
Do you know Azura?
Azra and I were close, yes. More
Okay.
as children than anything, honestly, but
Children. Then I should have known you. I knew Azura as a child, or at least I think I did. I have implanted memories, I think, so I don't know if they're mine.
a possible fragment of her, yes. I mean, she hasn't seemed to age over the past 122 years. But again,
Did she
time-
use the Philosopher's Stone?
Are you asking her?
Yes, straight up. Do you know if she used a Philosopher's Stone? That's the only reason I can think of that would split her off and make her ageless like this. Well, you can do that with the stone too.
Learning a level 8 necromancy spell versus.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have speculations, but to be honest, it wasn't much of my concern, and I knew if I brought anything up, then she would close me off.
Well, yeah, not at once.
I mean, in a sense, she even did, because I think she knew what would happen.
No one wants to admit to having a philosopher's stone. I totally understand. That puts a target on your back. Okay.
I think it's impossible though? No, considering she still has my book.
What is your book?
An artifact of some sort. Sarah and Ray never directly told me.
Thank you very much.
Talk
You
to
have
the-
been very, very
Talk to the other
informative.
DM about that.
And she'll kind of get
Do you
up.
mind if we pray together later?
If that's what you wish, sure.
Not really. I just want to pray with somebody who, likes praying. Somebody else who, the only other person I can pray with is very anti-prayer.
She kind of gets up and chuckles for a minute, and as she does, she kind of looks over her shoulder. I think he prays more than you give him credit for.
I think he meditates more than I give him credit for, but that's not prayer in my book. And I know this is my book, and he has a different connection to the goddess. I'm aware of that. I'm just a bitchy little thing about rituals. And he doesn't seem to like to follow them, but still gets
And
the
she
same
kind of
attention.
just takes a deep breath and sighs and goes, if you're gonna constantly hold a grudge like that over him,
Just a little one.
you may not be full either when you
not. I'm growing. He gets the same attention. He gets more attention from my goddess than I do.
True.
He's gone to the Forge of Creation. I had to do it by accident. He's been there like 5 times. I don't get to see her that many times.
So you want to experience being
No, I just, when...
Is this
No, he's right. He's right.
She's still in Celestial.
Damn it.
She's still having this conversation. She's not.
I'm just being petulant at this point. Because I haven't had anyone to bitch to about him. And the fact that my goddess seems to favor him more. And it annoys me
She'll
as a
kind of
character.
sigh and curse a necroll.
Oof.
And then she'll walk
I don't know that, but that's a horrible language.
Yeah, and she'll kind of walk off a little bit. She'll get everything situated, and you guys meet Ozra outside the front. She kind of is leaning up against, like, smoking a cigarette outside the gates.
Okay. We gotta go back. We can only spend like 30 minutes there, and then we gotta be back here.
I'm protecting your vampire.
We're hopping in, and then we're hopping back out.
Did you not get your schedules?
No, I can't ask for a schedule change on my first day. Are you fucking crazy?
You were supposed to have your schedule. I already.
My schedule is Tuesday to
Whose
Friday.
Did
schedule?
you not get them?
From
What do you
who?
mean?
I talked to Light Song herself. Did she not give them to you?
I talked to Lightsong directly. She never mentioned it.
Great. And you just see her kind of take a moment, take a really hard pull off of it, and she flicks it onto the property. Almost kind of like you had one job. And she kind of says, just wait a few minutes, will you?
We don't have a lot of time.
We have a few minutes. Oh, we have a few minutes here.
Okay, go.
She's
A
not
few
going to
minutes.
violence. She's not hurting anybody.
Go.
So she comes back, I'd say about 7 minutes later. She holds you, or hands you both a piece of parchment. It's not like sealed or anything, but it is like folded neat. And it does show a relative schedule and some adjustments to it. There are more independent studies listed than there are classes.
Okay.
And on top of it, you did get a signature on another piece of paper tucked behind it. And that is essentially for working in direct correlation with the college. So because of your friend here opening his big fat fucking mouth, now any and all information that you get concerning this drug or medication now needs to be put before the council as well. So
And I'll read that and be like, look at you.
unless you want to
You
drop
guys
back
are
to
gonna
school,
have to
but
hold
now
me
you don't
back.
have the access
I'm
to
gonna-
that
I'm
information.
gonna look at the
Tell
paper,
this dude something.
and I'm gonna
He's
look at
signing
Lucas.
a fucking NDA. I swear.
Magically binding NDA.
I think I'm just looking
He
at the piece
speaks
of paper.
till he dies.
I'm looking at the piece of paper, and I look at Lucas, and I look at the piece of paper.
You're gonna have
What
to
the fuck did you
I'm not
say?
doing anything.
Okay, then he's
Well, I
getting
have to
hit.
get more
Yeah.
information on the research, so I went to go talk to Miss Lightsong.
And you told them everything?
I didn't tell them everything. I told them what I knew.
Oh, you just painted a much, much bigger target on our backs.
And everyone in this fucking college. Good job, buddy! You just put hundreds of potential students at risk. Uh-oh, it's alright. You remember what happened?
Not there, man!
I would still like to plan to try to correlate the time that we're in the pocket dimension to the time we're not need to be out to go to class.
Okay, so the thing is, yes, you will still continue to do that. This is where you would be given a full-time schedule, normally of like 5 to 6 days a week. It's a part-time,
Okay.
but it's because
So like we
they're
don't have class
giving
tomorrow.
you the liberty. No, you don't have it for the next 2 days.
Oh, sweet. Okay,
It's
we can
because
spend
they
4
give you
hours
guys
there.
the liberty to go and do whatever the fuck you guys want to do on your independent studies. And if
Actually,
that means go to
less
other
than
planes of
3 hours.
existence eventually, then that's what that means. But it's again up to what you guys choose to do.
Okay, cool. So like,
Oh no, we have 4 hours.
like 4 hours in the other place.
If we go now.
Okay.
I'm upset at everyone right now. Let's go.
Taking you guys back.
I don't think we can get any more upset right now than we already are.
Alright, let's go back
you
and
guys see
give them the
Ozra.
good news.
And then come in.
I would go and check on the vampire first, make sure he's okay.
I have not moved from the
Whoa.
vampire
I
side.
appreciate it.
Everyone,
It's fine.
We'll still
I'm like
sleep.
gather around.
10 feet from
I can. Please come over here. I can't.
We-
move
we
the
gotta
vampire.
go.
Alright, gather around Garion.
Thank you.
And I'll walk on over.
Okay.
So I went back to my study and analyzed the spectrometer. We got a list of all of the ingredients that were planar and extra planar, and I got a lead on the last one that I hadn't finished developing yet.
Hell yeah. Good job.
I did research
Or
into
fuck yeah. Good job, bro.
I did research into one of the ingredients, found where we could find it.
Hell yeah. That's
I know.
fucking 2 leads.
Yes. And the one of the last ingredients is something called love in idleness. Maybe we're gonna have to research into the more restricted section in the college in order to be able to find more.
I feel like
leads
that's
on
gonna
that.
be an essence, but okay.
Well, alright.
Cool. Anything else happen?
Seemed like everything went relatively
Yes.
smooth.
So what I mentioned earlier, I needed to get access to the restricted section, the heavily restricted section of the college. I don't have access to that as
Just
being
means
an
there's
employee or as a student.
No, it makes sense.
move.
We have restricted access in the temple. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking
So much
roll
like
for
you have to go
persuasion, I
talk
guess.
to the head.
I don't know what my persuasion is.
director,
Oh, it's probably fucking high.
The position is.
You're close enough. We'll just go with it.
But
Turns
that
out I
would
went to
be
go
funny,
talk
but-
to one
But
of the members.
she's fucking ready to kill him.
The council
What is it?
lights on
I'm ready
my
to kill
teacher
him.
personally.
What did you roll?
I don't know. I
To
gotta do
see
math.
if I can look into these ingredients.
37.
And
Yeah, she
I'm a bard. That's what I do.
said
that'd be hard
you
to
can have
understand,
access,
though.
but it is restricted. But she also mentioned, why are you looking into this? As sort of the.
And tell him what you told her.
what did
So what I told her was that
You're gonna
they're
hear
looking
Seren start
into
breathing hard.
the production of drugs in the city.
You said
Did-
what?
Yeah, let him
That
finish.
was-
He might have a redeeming thing here. Let him finish. Let him finish.
I don't know about that.
That were poisoning people.
This is what you all look like angry.
Keep going.
And that we need to find more about the ingredients in order to help the people who are getting poisoned.
Oh, and there's more.
Oh, there's more? Please, by all means, give us the good news.
Oh dear
Um,
God.
She then pulled out a contract and showed me, and it was the one that I had signed with you guys, which she seemed a little bit frustrated about, and then expressed her worry to me that because I signed in a contract with you guys, this is a conversation that I had with her privately that you weren't there for.
That's fine. But what I have in my hand.
Yes, we'll get to that because of the conversation.
Okay.
We'll get there. Trust me, I'm not going to skip over
I
it.
feel like you're stalling.
He is.
No, this is an important part of the conversation. So
Carry on.
it's cause and effect.
Of course.
She said that it could implicate the college because I'm working so closely in tandem with you guys into researching these ingredients. There's ground rules. We're not allowed to talk about the ingredients at the college. And a contract was made formally, which means that I believe we have to report findings on the ingredients to the council itself.
Lucas, I look deeply into your eyes, I put my hands on your shoulders, and I cast Burning Hands. And then I walk away. You all deal with him because I'm going to kill him.
My
Don't go too
you
far.
at least cast
You're,
silence on him?
Brother Garion, don't go too far. You still gotta protect the vampire.
I'm just gonna sit down with the vampire. I'm not dealing with him.
Ozra kind
You're
of
not
stays in the back, but Shalara kind of stands in the middle and goes, "What has happened has happened. We will take care of you in a moment. However, we all need to not kill each other for a few moments so we can all try and understand each other."
I've never been hurt like this
Healing
before.
word!
I've never been hurt this way.
Oh, no wonder.
I need something fucking stronger than tea, and I don't drink.
You're gonna heal him. Then can I hurt him after you're
No.
done healing him?
You get 10 points of health
Saren's
back.
already like just
Someone
chug.
I wouldn't steal that from her.
So it's like a sunburn.
Do
at this
not
point, like it's
take
like
this from
peeling.
me right
I
now.
just-
I just need a
itchy
small
and
cup. It's
uncomfortable.
the same shot glass, just a little bit.
Yeah, itchy and uncomfortable.
Listen, man, no one told me that I can't share this information.
I'm sorry. Why?
Whoa, were we not clear that death follows us and the information that we share?
You made it clear that death follows you in particular. Because
Why do you think we're wearing these wings?
I don't think we
So
should.
you just told people without wings what we're fucking doing?
I'm just saying, listen, man, I wasn't
Please,
talking about experiments. I was just
Jessamy.
talking about the drugs.
Jessamy,
The experiments were the bad part.
May I?
No, Jessamy.
Are the
Don't
drugs
hit
the
him.
bad part
I'm
or
not
the
gonna hit him.
experiments that are being done the bad
All
part?
of it is bad.
He goes
This
to
is all
school.
very hush hush.
He has an office.
We do not tell people
You would think
about the
that come
drugs
with some
because now
sort of
everyone else is a
intelligent
target,
qualification.
and we are
Apparently they
even
just give
more of a
offices to
target.
fucking
but
anybody.
listen,
Daniel.
did she seem like she believed you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing. Is not going to paint you in the best light.
That's putting it
Oh yeah.
mildly.
Sorry to know.
We could pretend like it was a false lead.
Oh.
And that all of this was just he said, she said, and it all could be eventually swept under the rug. The only people that know about it at this point are us here and Lightsong.
So we're going back to lying.
Well-
Shalara's just trying to find a middle ground without people killing each other.
Shalara is trying to.
Shalara is
Telling
trying to
you,
be the middle person.
Not the Shalara from our campaign. If anybody needs more evidence of that.
Sure, I want to fucking stride his ass in a
I
second.
can go back and tell her.
No, okay, so
we don't need to say anything yet.
Especially you.
because if we go
We
back
have-
and leave,
You said 4 hours, right?
yes, 4 hours.
Okay, so we have 4 hours to talk about possible angles and things we could do here.
Okay.
That is a solution. Not saying that it would work, but it is a solution. The other possibility is we could potentially, if you trust Lightsong enough, which clearly you do in order to tell her,
Yeah.
and we could potentially have other motives to be able to get access to more information that would help us get it easier.
We need to keep it for now and feed them a little bit of information at a time because we need the access to those records.
But we feed them the information. There's no saying that we would go back on any information. They're going to expect us to find
People
more.
at home will love
And
that.
if we don't, that may put a target on everybody else's back because they can just take what information they have and run with it and kill everyone here.
Absolutely.
Oh,
We have to be
wow.
cautious of what information we share and what we don't.
Okay, yeah,
Weird.
I'm getting that now.
Oh, you should have gotten that well before now.
Well, I didn't share everything I knew. I shared the part that I thought I could share.
We're all in a general understanding. All we can do is move forward from here. Now, if you guys are gonna stay here for the remainder 3 hours and 49 minutes that you have in this realm, you are welcome here. I can produce any food that you want, any private room for reading materials, a prayer room, whatever any of you need.
We really need to talk to this vampire.
I need aloe.
We need 3 more hours for it to wake up, which means that would put it 45 minutes before you're supposed to be at work.
Okay.
I can get you out.
It's for him, really.
So we're going to go back, or no, we're going to look in, pretend that we're looking in more, then pretend that we didn't find anything.
We could come up with something.
Or-
we have things like the Blue Lotus that we could portray that that's what we're doing research into.
Why can't I just convince Miss Lightsong not to make the contract?
It's too late now. The shit's already signed.
Yeah, you're not the best
She
convincer.
did already sign it. Now, what you would probably, and again, gather just from knowing her, she's not going to immediately take something that she hears and run it to fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to know that there is actual probable cause behind these things before doing it. She is essentially putting part of her name on it. And being like, I'm taking the credit if something does develop from this.
If this is cool, it's mine.
However, if you are fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crazy, I'm not gonna say anything. And if you fuck this up, I'm not taking the fall for it.
Oh shoot, I have to look cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing pretty good at that at this
So
point.
that's why.
I'm not doing bad at that. This
That's
is
why
like a normal
Shalara
thing
saw
for
it
people to
as
do.
the 2 ways. Either you could feed them the information and see how far it gets you and see if they don't care enough to drop you, because you don't know what information they have access to, and at this point they've only granted you 2 hours supervised access.
Yeah, and honestly, we could look into mundane things. They don't know the list of ingredients.
Correct.
Oh yeah, this is easy.
And I'm probably the better liar, so I would say I look up the actual
I'm the better
information.
truth teller. I build my character to tell the truth.
My deception is a...
So,
Okay,
Shalara
cool.
would get, pillows, blankets, food, stuff like that ready. Whatever you guys want to do with the 3 hours. It's
Have
going to be
6
about
in
3
bed.
hours before they wake up, so it's
15 into
49 minutes for you guys.
I need to talk to Oz around that time, and I need to talk,
Helps me there.
and I need to pray.
I would like
Okay.
to talk to Azra as well, but after her.
Okay?
I probably pull her off to the side, like as far away from everyone else as we could. So, question. One of the ingredients in the yellow powder. So wondering if you could help me with it.
I've told you what looking into chemical supplies can lead to.
I understand, but we really don't have much of a choice at this point. This is our only lead.
And who did you find out the information from?
A book. Well, the spectrometer, and then a book.
So what did the science machine tell you?
Science machine!
I'm gonna do my best not to roll my eyes, but I really want to roll my eyes.
That was good.
She doesn't believe in any of this.
So, can you tell me what you know about moon dew?
It's really funny.
I mean, it's from another plane of existence, one that's not easily accessible, or from why do you? That's part of it.
Yes. And it's supposedly only harvested by moon elves, moon fairies. Oh, absolutely. That's a real Destiny thing to do.
That's funny.
I just like fairies
Moon
that have
elves.
it in the glade.
Fairies.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said moon fairies.
No, there are no moon fairies. It's
The,
moon elves.
the
but-
moon itself, moon glades, and moon
Are
elves.
Are you trying to insinuate something?
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
If you're trying to insinuate that I myself am royalty from a moon heir, I would tell you you're fucking crazy.
Insight.
I was like, because you mentioned that, not me.
She went really specific.
Exactly.
Damn.
That's weirdly
One job.
specific.
Oddly
God damn it.
Are
I'm gonna
you
use my
calling me
inspiration
some
point on that.
kind
I
of
got 4
moon
saved up, so I'm down on
princess?
3. God
What the fuck?
Can I give her advantage because she knows Azra so well?
No.
That was fucking horse shit right there. Is what
What'd you
that
roll?
was.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3 and a 6.
Womp womp.
So what is it?
Isn't that balding games fail no matter your advantage?
She's telling the truth. She's
21? 21 in total?
She's telling the truth.
What? I didn't incite shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway.
Well, like everything about her is well composed. It's
Yeah. So do you know how we could get some? I mean, you're an antiquities dealer. I think you would come across some antique herbs.
You think I would come across something that is exclusive to only the moon elves, though, or those that actually come from that plane of existence?
Alfred, you know some of the shit you brought in your house, right?
You know what something like that would put on me? An even bigger target than anything else that I've ever had in my antiquities collection, that's for sure.
Okay, well maybe you know somebody who does.
If I do, I'm not willing to risk your life to get moon dew.
It's a her. We can write that down.
A herb.
Female author of those.
The thing is we are gonna have to get some of this. Period, end of story.
And I understand that, but trying to access that now, at this point in time, when you have as many eyes on you that you already do, is not a smart time.
That's fair. Doesn't change the fact that everyone else is gonna want to help hunt us down.
Then that is everybody else's funeral. You need not concern yourself with that. And she's gonna push past you.
I'm so fucking pissed at her right now. I wanna cast something on her so bad.
She's trying to shut down any ounce of you wanting to go after this.
I'd fucking follow her ass.
Okay.
I'd be right on her ass. Be like, that doesn't change the fact that we would try to go anyway. So you can either help us and assist in our death, or not help us at all, and we'll probably die a little bit quicker.
And she'll kind of stop then, and she'll look over her shoulder. If you want that death that badly, then go.
Maybe we won't.
To find you so eager to welcome it after everything that you know that not only have I been through, but yourself as well. If that is your wish to be reckless, just like Shalara was, then so be it, but you're gonna end up exactly like her.
And I might. But I'm tired of sitting on my ass and not doing anything. And being too careful and too cautious.
At least it kept you alive, unlike her.
What is a life if you're not living it?
Whoa.
Safe. Secure.
Safe.
Life still
Lucas
worth
starts
living.
snapping in the
You're
background.
still going to school now. What is a life?
Can I
I'm going to
interject
school.
real quick? Can I just interject real fast? This moon dew doesn't have to be the first stop, correct?
Correct. I'm not saying it
The
does.
other thing is, let's think about it logically for a second. Where are they getting it from?
Exactly.
So maybe they have their own way of producing it that doesn't involve moon elves. Or maybe they've taken over an area. Why, if they have a target on their back, maybe we follow where they're hunting. If they're stealing from moon elves are gonna give a shit.
If they're paying them off, there'll be some sort of transaction. That's what I'm saying. We just need a lead.
How many other ingredients were in the powder?
Quite a few.
There were 7 in total, 3 from this plane.
We can hunt the 3 from this plane.
We got plenty of other stuff to visit first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's got a point. We don't have to do this right now.
Don't gotta jump right into the shark's den, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not saying we do it right now. I'm just saying we need information, and this is something eventually we will need to look into.
Agreed.
Let's hunt down
but
where
not
they
right
found
now.
the ingredients locally, plain on it, and nightshade, the normal stuff. Once we have those leads, we might be able to use those brokers or however they're doing it to lead us to the more rare ingredients. We can't start at the rare ingredients and work our way down. Let's start with the common ones. It's going to be easier to find, easier to get through. So.
That's fine.
Okay. But I do agree that we have to go there and you're going to have this fight later.
Yeah.
Just, we don't have to have it right now.
Yeah.
Alright.
And we might find a way to bypass
Once you have
ours
the
off.
conversation, if she keeps walking down the hall.
Fucking walk around, turn around on my back to her and fucking walk away.
I think while they were doing this, can Lucas get to like a sort of a fortified position?
My man's
You
building
can
a
hide in
fort
like
in
one
the
of the
corner.
little like trenches with the fire pit, like hide behind some
So
pillows.
why are you hiding?
I'm sort of not, play it off nonchalant.
Bracing yourself.
Can I do like a performance check?
Sure.
I would, yeah, once I walk away from that conversation.
Wait till he's done first and then sense mode him.
I will.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till
Then
that's
you
done.
can.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I want to talk to you.
Go ahead and tell me what I
Sure.
rolled.
What's your performance?
Go ahead and tell me what I rolled. Tell me that number on the dice.
You got 20, didn't you?
Yes, he did.
That's a natural 20.
Fuck.
So I'm like nonchalant, but I'm in the best, most fortified position ever.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready.
He's like got his feet like braced on like one of the inside lips, but it looks casual.
It looks super casual. Like I look super casual. I'm just like.
Yeah, just like this, but he's got like his feet locked in place. But like again, it just looks like he's just casual laying there, ready to go.
I could do that. Well, I'm not gonna do
What,
so
when I turn away from that conversation, I would go to go set up my station to pray.
Oh, like eyelashes? Okay.
Are you doing anything after interjecting from the conversation?
Definitely.
Seren had something to talk about.
Alright.
What's going on with you? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, you can address the fact that he can fucking
Yeah,
see.
can we address the mini elephant in the room that his eyes look completely fucking different? Is anyone else gonna just breeze on past that little detail?
They actually don't look different.
He said they do.
I would imagine they would revert back to his original eye color, which was green.
They don't revert entirely. Like they still have that cloudiness to it.
Okay.
Because it's technically like it's a second sense,
You got a
essentially,
magical
because
sense.
you didn't want to have your full vision back.
It's like a what?
And that's why I asked you if you wanted full vision with that, or if you just wanted that. And you said no, you wouldn't alter your vision current. Like you just wanted to be able to sense those things.
Well, I don't remember that.
Pause.
That's what I'm looking at myself.
Yeah, because I don't think he wanted to revert being blind entirely.
Yeah,
Everyone
I definitely
stop
don't
what
want to
you're doing.
regret nor want to reverse the decision, but after thinking it over as well, the fight would have made him realize that there is more to this than just keeping to my guns.
Right, revert the decision on not getting my eyes back originally.
Yeah,
Because
so
he's been
that's
offered, because he wants his eyesight back completely. He doesn't care about the magic sense, he just wants his eyesight back.
oh, he just wants actual eyesight.
Actual eyesight. Yeah.
I thought that was reversed.
Oh no, I don't care about the whole thing, I just want my eyes back. So I can see.
Sure. Okay, then yeah. I thought it was reversed, my apologies.
No, it's all good.
Okay, so yeah.
Alright, let's restart the scene.
So,
So Jerica, you are as Seren. Funnel, you have your position. Everybody
Take
on
two.
mark. Be marked, set, take, and action.
Jesus.
Cut.
Everyone, hey,
Oh my God.
everyone to the blue
The
barrel.
both of
Everyone, roll it back. Second AD, I need that water yesterday.
The both of
All right,
you.
everyone,
Oh my
let's
God.
get quiet on set.
Quiet!
All right, take 3.
He's
And
eating him.
3, 2.
Anywho, so yes, like what's going on there? Funnel, don't play dumb with me right now.
Oh, you mean these? Yeah, I got my eyesight back.
Huh?
If it didn't affect you so much, I would slap you.
At least I'd see it coming.
Oh, oh, now you got jokes. Gee, okay.
Can we start
You can
saying
see
that-
now,
Can we start asking
like
if you can
everything, and like
You can see clearly now? The rain is gone?
The clouds are gone.
Oh my god.
see all obstacles in your way? Sort of.
You can see those now too.
Why can you? Why do you? What?
thank you. Next question. Why? How?
How'd that? What? You still look blind.
You're all the way over there. You
What?
can't really see his eyes all the way in
He's-
that corner.
I only see the whites of
blind?
I only see the whites of his eyes from this distance.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Can please cast silence on me? Please.
Right on his vocal cord. Can you do that?
No, don't do that. What is wrong with you? You.
I don't
you
need
are.
verbal
You're
reinforcement on my fucking spells. You do it, you try.
So, I would say from Garion's standpoint and Shalara's standpoint, because you guys have a connection specifically to Saren, it is not unheard of that these instances can be reverted. You know though that it requires essentially a very large sacrifice or the equivalent of a wish spell. So the fact that this individual was able to revert what was done to him via this yellow powder that you are trying to figure out was done by that of magical uses.
What did you do?
He put Magnifico in the
No.
ear.
Please no. What did you give up to get those back? No, miracles are miracles. That wasn't a miracle. This took something more. What did you give for your eyes?
Come here.
It costs more for me to do things?
Money?
No.
Just immediate no.
So you burn through your life energy faster in order to get your eyes back. You.
Are you less mad at me?
You're still worse.
Shut up.
He essentially, from what you're gathering, has to tap into Sarenrae's essence and energy to continue to maintain this.
You are quite literally going to burn yourself out.
Yeah.
No. Burning yourself out doesn't take you to Sarenrae. It burns you out. Like, soul and all. She will take everything.
Yeah,
Actually-
I kind of read the dotted line before I signed it.
Why would you consign yourself to oblivion?
That's actually brilliant.
What difference does it make?
Because there's Elysium and Oblivion. One is a gloriously awesome place to go. One is Oblivion.
But what is the cost when it's saving people that you care about?
There's a limit to the point that you should be known to. You should not be sacrificing your fucking soul for this. Your life, I get it. Your wealthy beings, I get it. Everything that you, I get. But your soul?
He's only doing it temporarily in the aspects of day-to-day life. It's not permanent, and it's a choice.
I'm aware of that, but each time he's gonna burn a tiny little bit away.
And that's
What difference is it
decision.
than me stabilizing her?
Because at least
What
that
difference is
still
it?
exists here. It didn't dissipate. This is eating
But it's
you
been made
away.
very clear that that does the same thing.
It doesn't go away though. You
But it
used
still
it.
eats away at me.
Correct.
So what's the difference?
Because you're using it for at least somebody that you know and love. You're doing this just for your eyesight back when you had full senses before then. What do you gain from this? What do you gain from burning more of your soul away?
The advantage to fight them in places I can't.
But you could have gotten that with other abilities and spells.
And again, it's my decision.
I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just curious as to why you went that. I really do want to silence it.
Sorry.
Why you went to that extreme? That's all. It
Lucas
just
falls
seems a
over
bit.
after sneezing.
It seems like a massive leap to just.
Maybe for you, not for me.
sometimes people have to take massive leaps.
Yes, but at the cost.
When it is at the will of the goddess, can you exactly disagree?
Yeah, but this wasn't his choice.
No,
I
But
showed you
as
that.
it was hers, she didn't have to grant it.
I agree. He came asking for it. This wasn't something she granted to him.
She wouldn't have granted it if she didn't see a greater purpose.
Oh, I understand, but God's greater purposes are sometimes.
Are you telling me
detrimental.
that you're questioning her greater purpose?
Don't question her greater purpose. I question his part in it at this point.
But if she wills it, then what does it matter?
I'm wondering how much damage it's going to take before he's finally allowed to be free.
Only one way to know.
I for one like that he is Zion.
But there's almost no redemption at the end for you. You're literally consigning yourself
And
to
if he's
eternal.
content with that, then he's content with that.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I just can't understand it.
Maybe it'll take some time.
His choice is his choice, but it doesn't mean I necessarily have to agree with a good one.
Well, that's fine. Just like I don't agree with all your choice with that thing in the other room.
I fully understand that.
But I
it doesn't
respect it,
cost
and I
me
s-
my soul.
Again,
Souls are a little different. Those are eternal. You're
Yeah,
removing
well.
yourself from that.
basically.
Are you sure this is what you want?
Thank
It's a
you.
little late.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's gonna take it back.
What made you
I
so
don't think
sure?
there's any return policies.
What made you so sure about this?
All sales final. Hold.
Damn, the third day.
When we were in that tunnel
Liquidation
and we
sale.
would have had to fight that thing, I would not have been able to help. And these things and what we're going up against, they're gonna do that kind of stuff. And I don't want to be the one that my lack of eyesight causes that.
Wait, why wouldn't you have been able to help?
Underwater, I can't hear. I can't smell.
Oh, right, completely underwater.
All the senses are dulled.
Yeah.
I got lucky the one time I saved our friend from being pulled under by a monster. And I broke his wrist in result of that because I could not see. And I know the people we're up against, so do you. They're gonna use that to their advantage. So, my plan moving forward is to not let them know that this has happened if possible. I don't plan on just walking around with my eyes out in the open.
Do you have a bandana?
I can get a blindfold. I'm sure they're not expensive. Probably get one from Target.
Where?
And what I'll say is,
Target?
It's a corner store down over by the beach.
Oh, that archery store?
Yes.
You think they'd have that?
Blindfolds easily.
Pulls out another Mountain
fucking
Dew.
backup?
Pulls
He's
out
a
another Mountain
champion.
Dew for your shit
Hey,
today.
You're an alchemist, right?
Yes.
It's a very easy, you don't have to use a blindfold if you don't want it. It's a simple daily craft with basic items to make a basic alter self potion to turn your eyes.
I've tasted her
that-
last craft. It wasn't that great.
You also
It
have
happens,
the-
but I'm just saying, you don't always have to use the bandage if you want to
Yes.
go out
you
without
have
it.
her, you have other individuals in the camp, you have to go access them.
You know what?
But there's also, it's essentially like an eye drop, it's like a cosmetic, like costume thing, but it does make your eyes blurry, or like it looks like a fog, like sclera lens.
You also
So
have-
there are options, they're not exactly comfortable, like your vision's a little blurry, but
Sure.
you can still see through it and people think that you're blind.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So you also have your boots.
So again, you can either buy access,
I do have
talk
the boots
to
too.
individuals
Can I do those?
of alter self.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
Disguise self.
can.
Disguise self, yeah.
It's the size self, it's different.
Just understand that certain people are gonna see through that, where
Okay.
this is technically like an alchemical item that's made.
Physical.
It's like
So
using a
it's-
disguise kit.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's meant to look like a physical alteration, just to actually throw people off, rather than just the vision of it
Mhm.
being that.
Okay.
So, okay, wait. So this eats at your soul? Is your life expectancy now way shorter than what it normally was?
I have to be careful what I use my life essence on, because it costs a lot more to do what I did before, and the repercussions are I sleep like the dead essentially. So
And you just go into a comatose state.
yeah, essentially.
Yeah,
It's like a deep meditation. He's essentially not on fully this plane of existence. Like it's almost like an elf's deep slumber. Like they are unawakable unless by like some random unbeknown force that could move them. They are dead to the world.
Like a sleeping beauty demonstrator.
Essentially, yes. And normally it's for about 6 to 7 hours, typical. And that's rough for him being a monk, because normally it's just meditation. We're cool, we're good to go. He now has to physically sleep when he exhausts himself like that for at least 6 hours.
One of us.
Yeah, correct.
Alright.
It now puts a physical exertion on his body. And if he uses like the sixth sense and stuff like that for location or otherwise, it does.
Radical.
So you gotta be careful with your key and
Correct.
your next
Correct.
to your feet.
Yep.
Correct. He's walking on a thin line.
So running your amazingly stupid speed with your key doesn't really.
It doesn't cost me a key to do that.
No, it doesn't cost you.
He just does. He
That's
just can't do
that's
that.
just cool monk shit.
Oh,
That's
I
That's
would
also
say
literally the feat
Shalor
of
would come
run.
back with some aloe. Would give it to you, make sure that you're okay.
If this
And
is
she would have gone off in like a side room. It would have been like open, almost like a double door archway, but it's more like physically arched. Like the actual architecture of it is very different and unique. And she just kind of is messing with like some odds and ends, some flexes, a few different things, putting some books. Looks like she's doing some general straightening, but she's kind of doing inventory while she's doing it.
this is something that you really like. This is something that you've chosen, so. And I understand your reasonings. It's just a very major decision that you really did not have to make. There were other ways. But I get it. I get it. Just be careful, will you?
Of course. We'll make the most of it.
What do you think she's rummaging over there in?
I don't know. Oh. And he'll kind of take the satchel off and he'll hand you the whole bag of Blue Lotus and the pipe. I think it's best I cut back.
Why?
Just another personal decision. Nothing crazy.
He's going straight edge.
Okay. Well, gain some eyesight, and all of a sudden you just like you see things differently now. Is that what's going
Out
on?
of game, he's not going to tell you, but it is because of what Jessamine said to him last session when she threw it into his face.
Oh, I don't remember saying
yeah.
that. I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you did. I don't remember exactly what was said, but you did kind of throw it in his face.
Ooh, okay.
Just like,
my bad.
I'm just like, yeah, okay. Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks. All right. Cool.
You want to go check to see what she's rummaging through?
I don't. Would that be rude? I feel like that's rude.
She's gonna let us stay here and then make yourself at home.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean like go and like look over her back and see what she's doing. I'll go. I guess I can go and ask. There wouldn't be any harm in asking.
Yeah, let's go ask.
Okay.
Or he'll follow you.
All right, we're gonna walk over to where Shalara is at.
Okay.
Just gonna be like, so what you doing?
I mean, just simply organizing. Do you need something?
No, I was just curious. That's what you were doing.
And you see, like, the best way to describe it is you see those large libraries that have, like, 2 to 3 stories, but they have, like, almost 5, like, stories of bookshelves on each floor. It's like that, but for different ingredients. Now, some are alchemical, some are just, like, cooking, some are things that you didn't even think could actually be contained inside of vials or bottles. And they're just all, like, have their space. They are all neatly organized. They all are color coordinated according to, like, size and shape, like, what their function is. It's different, but it's almost, like, weirdly obsessive different.
You keep a very neat inventory.
Well, I mean, you could kind of change it whenever, considering it's just a realm you could change at will, but I feel that takes a little too much mundaneness. It's not life if I just will it to be organized, so
I mean, that's true, I suppose.
I had plenty of time to organize it myself.
So, just as a quick question, when you get it organized, do you just will it to be unorganized so you can do it again?
No, just sometimes when I pull something down, I forget about it for a little while. So I will like throw it in this box, and then I take it out of the box when I want to go through and organize, and I'm ready, for like those spring cleaning kind of days. But yeah, other than that, no. I mean, I don't normally will it back. It just, I was fun for a while not having to do it, and then I got bored not having to do it. I mean, when you're kind of confined to oblivion, it's just
Why were you confined to oblivion?
Well, I mean, sacrifices that were made, but I mean, they're sacrifices that were made.
A sacrifice? You made a sacrifice that sent you to oblivion?
Well, multiple people have made sacrifices that have sent them to oblivion, but that's history for you.
She reminds me of
Unpack that one a little bit.
A little bit. Same attitude sometimes, but
roundabout answers.
yeah.
Were other people who were with you, or just other people?
I think just other people, but I don't remember. Things are fuzzier now that it's been so long.
I see.
Kind of lost count. How many days, weeks, months, years?
You remember any specifics about people?
Not really. I mean, I remember some attributes.
Like what?
I remember one person would always make us laugh, and another took things a little too seriously, and then there was, some really weird instances that we tried to make better, but it just wasn't. It just kind of was. When you get here, you kind of just have to accept that it literally just is. But, I mean, everybody goes through something different. What I experienced, I mean, I don't remember much of, but I can tell that I wouldn't wish it upon most people. Keyword most.
Alright, well, yeah, I suppose.
Can you just make sure that Garion doesn't burn anyone else?
I will do my best to try. I did not know that he was going to do that.
I didn't either, and I'm still almost at a slight disbelief. And you see her kind of like shove what is a much larger container of like some form of gel. It almost looks like slime, but it's some form of gel back onto the shelf.
Yeah.
That's you.
What was that?
Aloe for his burns.
Aloe. That's what aloe looks like?
I mean, I had to provide it with something shelf stable, so it does have gelatinous slime inside of it.
The more you know. Alright, I will do my best.
A numbing sensation?
Ah, got it. Good to know.
I'm like, Lucas is just out
so-
there thinking like this.
I will do my best to try to
Is he
make
touching his face with the hand that he used to rub the ingredients on his shoulder?
You did it.
Yeah,
you did
it'd
it.
be funnier if you did that.
I was gonna say, because you lifted your hand like this and you would've.
Yeah, no,
Just
I'm
saying.
making a joke. No, I haven't go with it. Let's say that he did that. He did that. He did do that.
Your lips are now numb.
Oh,
Maybe
good
that'll
God.
keep him
I
quiet for
didn't
a
want
little
to talk
bit.
He's
to
over
him,
there.
too,
Yeah.
so this is gonna be perfect.
I mean,
This is gonna be perfect. So I
I
wanted
mean-
to talk to him this morning.
It's like when Captain Kirk gets numb tongue on the
Numb tongue?
Numb tongue.
And he has a big like fucking hands, and then
Yeah.
when he stabs it, he goes, oh!
Yeah.
I dig that.
She just continues to kind of organize, dust, clean. I will say, you would see her, just because of your perception, she would almost intentionally make things dusty or dirty just to dust them. Like you see her almost, it's, again at this point, she's making busy work for herself. Like she's so restless that that's just what she does.
Boredom's a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
Indeed it is. Let's go.
Yeah. So who are we visiting next?
We need to do like a little powwow. We need to talk to the damn vampire But what are we? Okay, so.
Oh, yeah.
What are we asking this vampire? I thought we already asked the questions. We're done talking to the vampire.
Riley
right?
still wants to talk to the vampire. For some
No,
reason.
so this is the 3 hours in between it waking up. So if you
Right.
guys have nothing else left to do until that vampire point, we got to talk about what other people want to do.
Oh, okay.
That's my point.
Does anybody else got anything else?
I mean, I was gonna pray.
There's two of you. That has things to do. So you and Norig.
I want to talk to this one.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be fucking hilarious.
All right.
Praying or you communing?
I don't know what the difference is.
So communing is trying to physically talk to them. Praying is just being like, hey.
I'm trying to physically talk to them.
Okay, great. We're gonna roll for that.
Okay.
Here in a little bit. Okay. You guys have your talk.
Yep, I'm gonna walk up to this one.
I'm still sort of hitched up with my nat 20 performance check, sort of nonchalant. I'm trying to sort of like hide my lips because they're just like
Nope.
like that, just sort of sitting out.
Tidbit puppy.
So, you understand the reason they said don't. When you came on, he told you it wasn't good to tell anyone. So, gotta ask.
Should we stop this?
No.
Okay.
This is
What
why I didn't want to make
in
the
your
bounty hunter.
right
You should stop.
mind? You say I'm an
First
idiot.
of all, Noig's gonna hit you.
I wouldn't even tell anyone something
We
like
beat him
that.
up.
Oh,
Like the guys, but I don't want the giant barbarian.
so
I'm gonna have to heal him. Like, she has 3 regulatory spells. If you want to stop him, we can stop him.
you say I'm stupid, but are you a fucking moron?
Luke is gonna lean forward, sort of put his head like this.
I love it because any verbal spells he tries to cast,
Hey,
he couldn't
yeah,
do.
you
Okay,
go.
whatever. I'll take it. I'm just gonna quietly kind of walk over there and just.
You're literally getting nothing
inch
from him.
closer and step
It's
closer.
gonna happen. I know you're gonna hit him.
Oh, it's gonna piss me off.
That's the point. He doesn't mean to. He's
Going
pissing
to
you.
step closer just to get in vicinity of Norway.
So you learned a lesson, alright? You seen what happened. You got burned. Yeah. So, I like to think I can be an okay person. Yeah. Well, either you're gonna have to learn to lie, or I'm not gonna say lie.
Creatively tell the truth.
Omit?
More like exclude information. I know you're not used to using words like that. You're
You're an asshole.
You're Am I boring you? Bro.
You're about to get fucking punched, dude. And you
You're
haven't
doing
said a
everything
single
wrong.
word.
I'm trying so hard to hold it back.
I would just want to make a note that I am gonna ready an action for if he attempts to attack him.
Oh, fuck.
To be fair, if he attacks, he's not gonna use the sword.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't
We don't
matter.
know that. We don't know.
We have no idea. You're a barbarian that's getting dangerously aggravated with one of the squishiest members of the party.
And
Like-
your punches can be like my
I
punches.
want to make it clear. I rolled HP on this character as normal. I gave Bryn that total. She told me what to roll for my hit dice.
He's
I
probably
rolled less than what I rolled normally.
Oh god.
Oh.
You a squishy ass motherfucker.
Oh, I
What
thought.
is your
see,
HP?
I thought you were
Sub
gonna like.
100.
I thought you were gonna hit me with like
I
a.
am too.
Yeah, but a triple hit crit can put him
Oh no,
out.
I would only smack him once. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
hit
no,
him.
I don't fear that he's gonna kill me.
Just
Let this play
squishy.
out.
We're very squishy.
Where were we?
101.
Oh.
97.
Oh, you could go. You
Yeah,
could
that's our
go.
grandpa.
Oh, I'll get here.
Okay,
I'll get
I'm
here.
really starting to feel like you've been offending my intelligence.
Oh, yeah, you're intelligent.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're so smart. You're so smart. You're Oh. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check my freaking supply when I get back.
I would like to rage.
Oh my
There's
god.
no, if you were doing non-lethal and you're not
Yeah, you
pulling out
can't
your
rage.
sword,
You cannot,
there's no
you cannot rage.
But you
I
can't
can't
just
rage with an unarmed.
Not with an unarmed
No.
attack, no.
You can just hit. You
Yeah,
can just be
you're
mad.
still a
Hit
giant,
just be
massive
mad.
motherfucker.
Anger,
Just-
anger is a separate emotion.
Yes,
from
just be
rage.
anger and punch him.
Alright.
As
As
soon as I see the action in his eyes, I'm just gonna be like, go.
And
So-
just once.
Strength?
Oh, it's not that. Well, maybe it
Who's
is.
looking you gonna speak
I was
to
gonna
him?
use Dragon Style, which means I can actually go right in between them. Because Dragon Style allows you to go through opponents
Okay.
regardless, so I'm literally just gonna put myself between them and in the direction of his hit.
would I have been praying
Are
during
you
this
trying
time?
to reflect the hit, or are you trying to take it?
Probably take it.
Would I have to be praying during this time, or would I see this? Okay, I was gonna say.
Or
Oh,
attempting
like,
to
yes.
at this point, because once you start like setting
Yeah.
everything up, it's
Yeah.
a ritual at that
Okay,
point.
that's fine. I just didn't know if I would have been
Okay.
listening to that, paying attention or not.
Go ahead.
Just roll it.
Jesus.
It's off the board anyway. What was that?
Nah.
16.
16, yeah. That would be unarmed just plus strength, right?
Yes. So that would be up here.
Yeah, plus. So that would be a.
You're not trying to avoid it though, so it's just gonna be a
It's
hit.
this modifier.
No, that's my rage. That's
Oh,
with
then
rage.
it's this modifier.
Yeah. So it's plus 7.
What is it? That's 25.
Again, it's already a hit
Yeah,
though, because he's stepping in front of
unarmed
it.
is
It's
what,
just an
one-
attack.
1d4.
And so it's 23. That hits my AC.
It's not
It's
you.
not your AC.
No, he's taking it.
I'm literally
Oh,
taking
you
the
got
hit.
there. I thought it was against your dex.
No.
Dragon style.
Is
Yeah.
your AC higher than 23? Okay, I didn't
You
think so.
nuts.
That's crazy. My AC's 13.
18.
He still gets you.
23.
What's your damage?
That's what I'm trying to make sure.
It
We
should
have
be
two of them
it should be 1d4 plus your strength
That's what I
modifier.
thought it was.
You don't want to talk
We have
about
an
the
infinite
other
amount of ACs.
Unless you have brawling.
one. Let me
Yeah. If you have brawling, it's 1d6, but without brawling, it's
pull out my
1d4.
Urban Dictionary. I'm sorry.
Plus strength.
Yeah, plus your strength modifier.
10 damage.
Okay.
Damn!
It's a bruise forming wherever he hit you.
That's still pretty good.
You're a thud.
But this time you see it coming.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
I imagine it hit you this time because you're not used to the sight of the fist flying towards it.
I
And
highly
it
doubt
clicks
that.
So you go, oh wait.
That he just stepped in front of it and has his vision back and now knows that you just hit him.
Well, he knew what he was getting in front of. Or he knew
One?
what he was getting in
Why?
front of.
Why? He's been insulting me this entire time.
And I understand that. But we're not here to fight each other.
Yeah, we should get off.
As this is happening, I'm gonna
You hit
walk
me.
around to him, to
I
his
know,
face.
but you
as
take
he's
out
trying
your
to hide
aggression
it.
either on me or Garion.
It's so dumb.
You're not here.
Yeah.
There's no rolls yet. There's no nothing yet because he is technically still on the 20 performance.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's still
That's
playing.
right. That's right. You are correct. That's right.
That's why I had to play it off. And
No, it's fine. That's fine.
guys.
No, I get it.
Right now he's just playing it off as being
I get it.
you know I'm annoying.
Just once.
Not right now.
Norhig, now is not the time and place.
Just once later then.
I can't promise you that because you may kill him. And yeah, you will say that, but Your emotions and feelings when you decide to hit him will say otherwise. He's clearly not in any state to receive any more punches anyway. So hitting him now would just not be the wisest thing. We still need him.
It's a head pull.
When this whole thing is over and we no longer have to speak to one another, you can hunt him down to your little heart's content. But until then, let's just do our best to keep our hands to ourselves.
Thank you.
Come on.
Alrighty.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. Well,
He would turn around and look at you and go, "Don't say I never did nothing nice for you."
it's guy. Good guy. Good guy. Well,
Gunnel.
His
name is Thunnel.
Cunnel.
Tunnel.
Cunnel.
I knew you were going there as soon as I saw that look in your eye. I knew it.
And
I literally looked over. He said,
What? What
Is
is
there
wrong?
some kind of check I can make?
Yeah,
Because
I'm
I'm
at this
confused.
point,
I would say perception check.
that's what I rolled. That's what I was rolling for earlier was a perception. Oh, God damn it.
Oh my God.
You can actually see.
Thank
Nope.
you. Okay.
That's why it takes as much of a sacrifice as it did, because essentially what she was saying is that she cannot
I got a 29.
like he cannot keep himself alive and be able to supplement her the entire time. So he has to make decisions now on what he is going to choose to do.
Yeah.
He has to play this game just like how Shalara had the 30 seconds twice given away. He has to play this very careful now of what he chooses to do.
Yeah.
Because it'll put him down for 6 hours that he cannot protect anybody, and now you have one of your biggest fucking party members dead in the water.
37.
29.
I wouldn't say the 29.
Damn it.
The 37 would though. You would tell that his hands have a little bit of like pinkness to them. He also is having it's not like drunken speech. It's not slurred like that. It's almost like when you used to hit each other a little too hard and you'd like bruise each other's jaw. It now seems like things are swollen.
I'm gonna reach out. I'm just gonna grab him by the wrist and just pull his hand. And I'm
Whoa.
assuming his lips are like swollen.
Whoa!
Part of his bottom
Yo! What's wrong with your face? Oh!
And he's intentionally not trying to touch his hands. He's just got him by the wrist. I think he put the aloe vera on his mouth. He'll literally just take your arm and just bend it right back over your mouth.
This is great.
I'm
this
so
is
glad I got my sight back to see that.
This
Worth it.
Oh my goodness.
I've waited 3 decades for this.
Retribution. That just proves the gods didn't even like you tattling on us. Like, this happened to you by fate. Oh my God! Stop! You sound like a bleeding goat. Stop it! Jesus, just stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop. Oh my God! Stop it. Cut
He's
it out.
gonna start running over for Gary.
There you go. What's going on, man?
Oh my God!
He needs
Yo,
medical
Justin.
attention. His lips.
Oh,
Look at his lips.
he got the aloe vera on his mouth.
I'm gonna walk
I
over.
deserve that.
What did you do?
Wait, are you staying behind?
No, I ran over to him, but yeah,
You
I'm
got
still.
hit, but you're
Yeah, I'm
staying
next to the
behind.
vampire.
Oh shit! I can't go over to you. I'm being paid to stay there.
No, but
go
you already
now that
ran.
she's back. Now that she's back, you can move around.
You.
Oh man.
You.
I'm over by him
Yo,
setting up my little
where's
prayer
Ozra?
area.
Where is Ozra?
Hand down. Hand down. If I have to take your hand down, I'm gonna break it. Hand down. Hand down.
Call me to do it.
You are the single worst magic user I have ever met. There's a problem. Come here. I heal you.
I do allergy.
Yes. I know. I'm aware of
So
that.
you're by the
I'm
vampire.
curing poison on your face.
I'm about to do
Who else
spray.
is by the vampire? Just go.
Probably just me.
I got a nat 20.
Spray
Just
too.
in the hallway, but you're not sure where, and she'll
I
already
sap the
did
poison
come up
out
with
of your face.
And she's gonna be communing here in a second.
I got a nat 20 on cure poison. I pull the fucking shit out of his mouth.
Huh?
Worst
Oh my goodness.
fucking magic user I have ever met.
I agree.
Oh,
And I head back to the vampire.
my gosh.
He is-
Why couldn't you just...
Shut up.
So I will say this at this moment, because you know that she is watching the vampire. If you wanted to talk to anybody,
I wish to talk to Azura.
Okay, I was like in that time frame.
Yes.
So you would probably go to where you last saw her, and she walked all the way down the hallway. There's tons of doors leading up to it, but you think rationally, where would she go? And you
Okay.
reach almost the end, and it's just these double doors, but the glass is translucent, and when you open and walk through, it goes from not seeing anything on the other side to seeing the vast openness of just stars and the universe as it is. And it's
An
almost
observatory?
probably like a 30 to 40 foot balcony, and Ozra is sitting almost right on the edge.
I'm going to take a second to compose myself, so I don't fall off whatever the hell this is. Just meander on over to the edge and just kind of lean against it. This is vertigo-inducing, but beautiful.
And yet, you go into forges of creation and see that as a typical Sunday.
Not me, no, that's the other one who seems to be favored by Sarenrae. I've been to the Forge once by mistake, and I immediately had to go to the Shadow Realm, and then, you know what, never mind. The point being, I came here for a completely different purpose. Let's not get into my disgruntledness with the other member of Sarenrae in our party. How much do you remember of our childhood?
Our childhood?
Yes, our. We grew up relatively close to each other in the same city, and within 2 to 3 years of each other. How much do you remember of me personally? I have a feeling you're not going to remember exactly what I do.
I mean, I remember more of the Ozra situation, but I mean, she's gone through much of her own tragedies. The last I remember, your uncle, somebody in your family, he was gonna be sent off to a war. Again, it was supposed to be more a peaceful discussion, knowing that it could possibly end up with that. But it's almost like they wanted you to follow in his footsteps. I remember seeing what I knew of you, and then everything I knew being ripped from me. And we all just kind of went in our own directions. It wasn't until everything happened that Arthur honestly found what little of me remained and tried to piece it together. I mean, to think that I wasn't even going to exist beyond this. So.
I need to talk to Azura then. She's my next lead on this. I need to know what she remembers because I have a feeling. I need to know if I was an acolyte or an apprentice. That's my problem. I have 2 conflicting memories of being an acolyte and an apprentice. I cannot have been both.
Which one do you believe more?
That's the problem. I thought the acolyte, but recent events have showed me she was the apprentice. And that's confusing. I need to know who I was. Because I'm clearly not who I was.
I think people wanted you to be one thing and you ended up being another, and that isn't always a bad thing. It's just not always approved upon. It's like a child doing bad in school.
But why sacrifice me then? There was no reason to send me to the war if I was that underpowered. There was no reason to show that to me. You could have easily just kept me away and changed me and done whatever they wanted, but you sent me to a war.
But what if you willingly wanted that to make sure your family was safe? What if somebody convinced you otherwise? We don't know the conditions in which you were convinced to go or forced to go.
But I was a mage, and now I'm not. You don't just lose that connection. I need to know what happened.
I don't know that part, unfortunately.
That's the problem. I need to find somebody who remembers me so that I can at least solidify which memory is true. Apprentice or acolyte. I can run from there and build off there, but I need to know which memory is true. I need a confirmation and not just my own recollection, because it's wrong. I can't be both.
No, but one thing could have happened and then our reaction could have. I mean, Shalara had something similar. Where she had everything and then had nothing. She was composed until she wasn't. And it took me a long time to pick up the little pieces that we found to create the individual that you can even put a name to Shalara with. The person that I originally knew her as and what she became was someone who was arrested for literally creating bombs and creating a mark of what she would tattoo with a poisonous ink into their skin.
That does sound like something.
Stupid blue ink.
Listen, you gave me the ability.
I know.
Wait, that's what that thing was poisonous?
It was
Yes.
made out
Yeah.
of nightshade, so what it did is it crawled
Nightshade.
under the skin and it burned the skin essentially. She was giving people like a scarred tattoo after the body had died.
Yes.
She was a psycho, dude.
She was an
Yeah.
absolute
Cold
fucking
stone psycho.
crazy person.
The first thing we did in the campaign was jump into a hole and create 12
Yeah.
dead bodies.
Yeah.
I know, I'm
Alright. So
We created the hole, then jumped down.
Oh my
and created
God.
12 dead bodies.
okay. I need to find do you want
Created our own
okay.
death
I
table.
got enough out of that. I can
Garen's like, okay, I can work with this.
yeah. I can. I can at least not I gotta find out which one. And it is all I don't know who would know. And the only my sister is the only person who would know.
I can help.
What?
Imagine I just got more from bread. This is the time I reveal it.
Okay. Before we do anything to my sister, I have questions. I have very potent, very what am I looking for the word? Very important questions for me for my sister before we incapacitate her. Pertinent, thank you. That's the word. Pertinent questions for my sister before we completely incapacitate her.
Impertinent.
No, not impertinent, actual pertinent. We're going to incapacitate. Alright, now moving along. That's the conversation I wanted. Alright. Who's next?
Riley.
Riley, you're up.
Praying.
I'm communing.
Commune with your goddess.
What
the
do I
dark
roll?
moon of whatever the hell it is.
Is it percentiles?
It is percentiles if she's trying to commune because she is not attached the way that they are.
And you no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Oh,
92.
Oh.
Okay.
Excellent
Fuck yeah.
performance, Riley.
The first time I ever rolled percentiles, I rolled 100%. Do you guys remember that? I was sitting here and I was like, is it good or bad?
You kind of like zoom in on her, but she's kind of like holding. It's almost like an old-fashioned razor, like what would be like a phone
Yeah.
to her ear. But she's like painting her nails like hot pink,
Fucking love this
like
bitch.
Barbie.
Love this bitch.
And she kind of goes, oh, hold on. No. Oh, it's not that you're not important. It's just I have other. Listen, I need to put you on hold for 2 seconds. You don't want to go listening to this. It's not gonna be pretty. And she'll kind of like lower her shoulder a little bit, but it's still attached.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. I didn't mean to jump in on you while
I mean,
you're
it's
having
fine me time,
time.
but it's fine.
Yeah, I know, it's important. So I'll keep it brief. Anyway, I found out some information, and I know you have your thing with the moon. We needed to have some information on moon dew.
Let's go.
What do you want that for?
Well, it's in part of the drugs that are going around. I just want to understand what it does. Is there a way to reverse it?
Yeah, the people that are, I mean, there are ways to reverse it, but those ingredients are either A, equally as hard to get to, or B, just as expensive. And I know you got a bitch with deep ass pockets, but I don't think she's got them that deep.
That's fair.
Whoa!
She's seeming more and more shallow every time I talk to her. No, that's fair. We still need. Well, if you have any information on it at all, I would appreciate it.
I mean, not more than what you already know. I mean, but harvesting it is highly dangerous, and transporting it even more so. I mean, some of those ingredients kind of run on a timely basis.
Pretty sure that's what I just heard.
So they have to have close contact with the transportation of it.
Either that, or they have to be used really quick because they'll spoil that quickly. I mean, the moon doesn't stay around all night. It only has a perfect point, just like the sun does.
So they're probably having some sort that they harvest it and use it immediately after, or.
I mean, possibly. I'm just saying some are like that. So, like, depending on where you get it from or how fresh it is, I mean, you could be running on minimal time or maximum time.
So they probably have access directly to it. Is the moon cool or is she?
I mean, it's cool, but you can't breathe on it, so it kind of sucks.
Sorry.
I mean, unless you like being choked, if that's your thing.
I thought that was a cow.
I'll send you there.
I had flashbacks from mother talking about cows. Holy shit. Alright,
she's being like legit. Like,
I
bitchy,
have
but, like,
no doubt she's being legit. I appreciate the offer, but I think I'm good for right now. Just.
I mean, you asked.
You did.
Yeah, I did. Oh god. Also, real quick, did I do the right thing with the vampire? Was that a bad idea or a good idea?
You did the right thing with the vampire?
I feel like I did the right thing.
I mean, honestly, the right thing would be going and, I guess, talking to people that you're upset with, but yet you're gonna have this conversation with me instead.
You're right, I'm not talking to her for a little bit because she needs to check herself.
So why should I be humoring you if you won't go apologize?
Me apologize? Sounds like she's the one that needs to apologize, number one.
She's the one that wants to apologize. You think that she's the one. Honey, let me wake you up really quick because that's not how all of the life works. And honestly, on top of it, you should be thanking her because you wouldn't be alive today without her.
You know, I'm starting to feel like that would have been a better option. Alright, I'm gonna go now.
Truth hurts, babe.
Yeah, I'm still pissed at her.
I'm sorry, Susie. What were you saying?
Oh my god.
What's going?
I'm still not
And
fucking
she's
talking
going
to that bitch.
right back into it.
I'm pissed at Ozra right now. I don't know if anything can actually ever turn me back from it.
Oh, come on now.
So do we get to call her Money Mommy?
Dead serious.
Sugar Mama?
Sugar Mommy.
What are we doing here with this?
Oh no, I thought she was referring to Ozra when she said a bitch with deep pockets.
She was.
I know. I'm asking if we refer to Ozra as Money Mommy or what are we doing with that?
Anything to take it off my back.
Okay.
Oh no, don't forget, I know how deep them pockets go.
These are shallow waters over here.
I heard everything. No.
We're in the reefs, motherfucker. I will cut you if you get in my pocket.
These are tide pools.
I
mere
can hear
tide
every
pools.
coin that jingles in there.
Alright, so where are we off to next then?
I gotta talk to the vampire.
Alright, I will be next to you then. Observing.
And then I'll say, also, I don't need to, if I need to pay you again for this, but
No,
like.
one service.
Well, yes, but I wanted to be more specific with my words of protecting the vampire. Protect him unless he tries to harm one of us.
Oh, that requires no extra money. I was going to do that anyway.
Just making sure. I don't know. Sometimes you're specific.
If he tried to harm one of us, I would incinerate him on the spot.
That's fair. Just want to be clear.
Yeah, you have to keep paying him. Like every time you come back, you have to
like another copper.
It's a silver.
Like put a coin in the meter.
It is a silver, not a copper.
Well, I paid you last time.
I need a silver every time.
Is this real?
This is dead real.
I'll give you silver.
Well, thank
Is
you.
this dead real?
So as you guys are, you know, walking back and everything is kind of happening, Shalara
He has
still
to
kind of
put
stays
some
off in
dollars
her
aside.
side
Exactly.
area.
What time are we going back to?
We have 39 or 49 minutes after the vampire wakes up.
Correct.
Okay.
So you guys heading back like towards the vampire and the area and getting everybody together. Those 3 hours are about up. You would see just even though Funnel having his vision back, he's kind of leaned a little close into it, like watching a little too intently.
You good, man?
Hey, brother Funnel.
I would say he's actually more probably leaned off to the side,
Okay.
and he's decently close to it.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Brother Funnel, I'm gonna need you to back off to a more like 60 to 120 feet.
You can now. How close are you?
To you?
Yeah.
Very.
You can see my hands on its shoulder.
On the van. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to move you, and I don't want this to get physical, but I'm kind of paid to protect.
So we're gonna have to move you.
I'm gonna need you to step back.
He doesn't. He doesn't get up. He doesn't even acknowledge you.
Cool.
I'm going to start my bardic performance and give sanctuary to myself, to Garion, to the vampire.
Okay. I'm gonna be a bouncer and move you then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need help?
No.
Garion,
I'm
vampire.
gonna cast Holy Might.
That's 4, yeah.
I have enough strength to do this.
Shalara's in the other room.
Oh, okay. Well, when she comes in the room, she'll receive sanctuary.
Hmm?
You are confusing me right now.
Point. That's the point of this whole thing.
Okay.
I meant to confuse you, man.
Pick you up with a 22 strength, and I don't care if you look like you're a stone-formed lotus man. I'm just gonna move you over to the side.
Can I use the strength roll to go against it?
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, boy. You do that, you're gonna make me cast the next spell. I really don't want to.
Yeah. No, I didn't get it.
Cool. So I just move you off to the side to intercede myself. So I'm gonna you just step back to 60 to 120 feet. I've got a job to do, unfortunately, and you are impeding me in that job.
Can I stand
I
where?
do not wish to propel you
Thunnel
back
was
60 to
standing?
100 feet, but I
Where
will
who's
if I need
standing?
to.
Where Thunnel was standing?
Sure.
I'd probably.
Sir, I need you to step back to 60 to 120 feet. If you do not, I will remove you from the presence.
Oh, is this too close?
Now.
I'll take a step back.
Thank
He
you.
looks at you and he goes, "I already did what I had to do.
Great. What is wrong with the vampire?
I'd walk away."
Great. I'm gonna look at the vampire. What is wrong with the vampire?
Nothing's wrong with it.
Great. Still
Can I do a detect magic?
Sure.
How about a medicine check to see if it's
I mean,
alive?
I don't
this
have medicine.
whole
That's
fucking
everything.
realm is magical.
You are going to. Nope, let him do it. Let him do it. Well, I thought.
So yeah, you kind of flashbang yourself.
You are, yeah.
Again.
Again.
It doesn't.
Nope, whenever
This
it's a
whole
pure
realm
magic.
is magical.
It's a pure magic realm. Like, there's.
Unless you have sight like Funnel has, where you can sacrifice
I want to
something
make
like
it.
that. Yeah.
No.
I just want to use the spell and have it work.
I know, trust me, I know.
I just want to use the damn spell.
I
It's in my
know.
spell book.
I know.
Unfortunately, in pocket realms, it's a no-go.
Alright, can I do a performance to make it seem like I didn't get flashbanged?
Sure.
I hope you get in that one on this one.
I got a 7, so 13. I go, ah.
Yeah, kind of like hurts a little bit.
I go, ah. And I just go.
And we all stand here fully knowing that you just got flashbanged.
I played off though.
With a 13?
Yeah, but I played off by going like this.
Yeah, that you got flashbang. Either that or your stone. Which one would you prefer? As
What do
Lucas.
you do, brother?
What's a flashbang?
Exactly.
Depends what you did.
You don't know.
I will when I soul link to it.
Okay.
You're gonna soul link to the vampire?
I have to, unfortunately. You paid me to protect it, and he literally just walked up to it, did that, and walked away. So I need to find out what he did. Unfortunately, because if he did something to harm the vampire, I have to kill him, or at least attack him, at least put him down and teach him a lesson, which I don't want to fucking do because it's going to be an incredibly violent fight. But we're gonna have that fight if we don't once I figure this out. So I'm gonna wait a minute and think about this for a second, and I'm going to ask politely if anybody knows what Funnel did to the vampire, including Shalara, Azra, and anybody who
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
I would call Shalara in.
Shalara wasn't there, so Shalara doesn't know.
I know,
what
but
he
if
did.
she could check the
So-
status of him.
I would have been the only one closer to it.
Did he notice anything?
Yeah, I was next to it when I was doing everything.
Upon initial perception, yeah, there's nothing wrong.
Is there a check we can make?
Well, I'm saying would I have seen him like go over to it or anything at all?
No, he
After
just
I
would
had-
have been
okay.
there. Like he
He's ready.
stealthed over there.
Hmm?
He
Oh
specifically
yeah, I
went
definitely
stealthed
couldn't
in.
pick up his stealth. Hell no.
Be ready.
Is there a check we can make
You don't
With
know
how
what you're
high of
looking
his
for.
roll was, no.
for what he did to it?
Correct.
Yeah, but you don't know what I did to it.
And
I know.
that's the point.
I know, but any sort of knowledge, I can take an automatic 20 for it. So.
This isn't a knowledge, unfortunately.
Mm.
I would say just let Gary do what he's gotta do. Find out what he's gotta find out.
It's a dilemma. I don't know if I can. I can soul link this vampire, but do I want to?
Could you commune?
The problem is I don't want to.
Could you use commune?
The issue is he's a chosen. I don't want to, but I have to because she paid me. That's the problem I'm in right now. Because if I find out he did something shitty to this thing, I have to go against the Will of Sarenrae for a brief moment. Because if it was the Will of Sarenrae, which I have to assume it would be, otherwise he wouldn't have quite been allowed to maybe do it without some punishment. This is a tough one. This is involving some religion and some morality, and I don't know how to handle that yet right now. It's a little too on the nose for the moment.
Take it on, man.
Plus, soul linking to a corrupted creature is dangerous.
Can you soul link someone else to something?
Yeah, I could soul link to Donald, but that would just put us in a really bad situation.
Soul link it to me.
Why not?
Can you soul link?
No, you don't
the
understand how soul link
vampire?
works. Soul link literally is going to link me to the vampire.
Oh, I thought you
Okay,
said.
I thought you were saying
so
you
why-
could link someone else.
No,
to
I would
something.
no.
Okay,
I would
right.
link to the vampire to find out what was altered on its soul.
So why can't you link with me?
Because if I linked with you, there's a resistance that comes into it. If you don't want me to get that information,
You don't know if you would.
I know that's the point. Soul linking to you though is also dangerous because you are dangerous,
Yeah.
and I don't like soul linking to very
Gotta
dangerous
take a
things.
risk. One
Yeah,
dangerous
which is
thing or
why
another.
the vampire who could possibly corrupt my soul, or you who I could possibly find out I need to murder on the spot. Both of these are terrible choices, bro.
You
This
won't
is why I
know.
wasn't going to take you bounty hunting, by the way. It's these actions that exclude you.
You have no idea what the action
That's the
is.
problem, though. You're not known for decency. You're known for
Not
quick.
known for decency, blocked punch from killing him.
Yeah, that doesn't make you decent, bro.
I did.
You
usually
burned a
make-
fucking.
One time.
Yeah, you've also done quite a few other things. You are impulsive, and that is what bothers me. That is what I have to deal with. That's what Garion has to figure out. Your character is impulsive, so I have to kind of figure out if it's worth looking into or not.
Most of the impulsive things he's done were in the past, though.
I agree with you, but this is still stealthing behind the entire party and doing that. That's impulsive.
It was one person
It
in the
doesn't
room.
matter what it is. It was still impulsive.
Yeah.
You didn't talk to anybody before doing an action against somebody else in the room. That's
Given
impulsive.
what I did, I
doesn't-
don't need to talk about it.
But that doesn't matter. You do. That's the whole point of being a party.
What are we doing?
Waiting for him to make a decision.
Essentially, yeah.
Does the time pass where the vampire should be waking up?
Not quite.
I mean, we could wait for it to wake
I mean,
up.
it's getting pretty damn close, but it ain't there yet.
I would say wait
I'm
till.
gonna wait this
Not
out.
at least from
I'm gonna
general
wait this out
perception.
and talk to the vampire. Go. Just
I
wait
say
it out
we wait
until it wakes up.
until the time it
Let's
should
see
be
if he
waking
did
up.
something benevolent for once in his fucking life. I swear to God, if
We're
it
gonna
explodes
say
in a
about
sunball, I'm gonna kill you.
15-20 minutes past the time that it should. It kind of, I wouldn't say stirs, but it definitely shifts a little bit, like it's progressively becoming a little bit more coherent. But it is not fully coherent as upon first impression.
Gonna wait.
Okay.
We wait to the max amount of time we can wait before we go back.
Yeah,
So
I've
you
got more
guys
time
maybe
than you.
have like 20-25 minutes of this thing.
We can wait another 5.
Yeah, you can. I will wait until it comes
Technically,
back
we would be
online.
going without.
Yeah, because we still
That's
have a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying,
time.
like you guys got like 20-25 minutes until class when it wakes up.
Okay.
So he does end up waking up. He kind of makes a general perception of everybody in the room.
Hello.
And then doesn't see Shalara there. And I would say for people with a passive perception over like 12 would see that she is very or he is very uncomfortable. Like he's seeing all of you and like looking over each of your faces and now he starts to panic.
I would like sit down on the floor, like semi close to the bed, and be like, "It's okay."
I think I'd follow that behavior. Sort of get low.
It's like we just wanted to check in on you and talk to you a little bit.
Yeah,
So you wait for a person to wake up? That's a little odd.
Yeah, it is, but we're pretty odd. So.
Strange folk.
What do you want from me?
We just.
How are you? Are you? Do you feel okay? Just first question.
I mean, I feel okay. It's a bit odd and you're all a little loud.
Gotcha.
But I'm okay.
Good. Good to hear.
Where is she?
Shlara? She's just in the other room.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's close by.
No worries.
This is her realm, so you're safe here. Goodness knows she'd boot us all out if we ever did anything she didn't want.
Yeah, but she's over there and you're here, and you've been watching me sleep, which is...
It's a little weird. I'll give you
If you
that.
want us to call her, we can get her.
I mean, I technically am the one who woke you up, so.
No. No, but, don't hurt me.
Nope.
Where am I here to hurt you?
Wasn't planning on it.
Sorry, I got your face right now. I started giggling.
We're good.
We just
cool. We're cool.
We just want to find out really who did this to you and what you know of what happened.
What happened? That I don't know. I mean, you found me, so you have a little bit more information than I do.
Ah.
The lady in the other room seems to know more about what's happening to me.
Yes.
She does.
Yes, she does.
And I just want to go home.
Right. So, you know what? I think now might be a good time for us to call in Shalara, because she knows so much. She's like more of an expert on
Go get Shalara.
and honestly, she'll know.
So, do you have any idea of what has happened to you?
Lord Lucas is out of his depth here.
I mean, I told you I don't know what happened, so no, but...
I mean, what you are now.
Do you even know what I am now?
A little bit.
Quickly.
We better roll insight checks on each other.
No, but how close are you to it? You're sitting at the foot of the bed?
I'm not at the foot of the bed. I'm like off to the side of the bed, so I didn't have to like get up out of bed. I'm like probably like 3 feet away.
3 feet?
Yeah.
He's gonna kind of sit up and like sniff a little bit at you. He's like, no.
Yeah.
No, what?
I don't believe it.
Believe
you.
Why?
That I kind of sort of know what you are, but not really sure.
You don't even know what you are yourself.
That's fair.
So no. I don't believe that you would know that much about another individual's well-being when you don't even know about your own.
I'm not saying I know anything about your well-being. I just know what happened to you is also what happened, something similar to me, against our will.
And you know, is Fran any progress on getting Shalara?
Oh, for fuck's sake, just don't talk.
That should have been the conversation I had.
Shouldn't have cured poison on his lips.
You're not here. But
I
yes,
know.
I definitely should not have.
He's like looking at you.
Yes, please. Help him.
And I'll dismount back. It's all good.
Through smiling teeth. It's fine.
It's
just looks like.
It's all great. Where the fuck is Shalara?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he's
be
looking
frank with
very
you. We found you
uncomfortable.
in a barrel, so we don't really understand your past or where you came from. You were in a very, how shall we put it, dangerous area, stuffed in a barrel, underwater. We took you, not realizing what you were or what the barrel contained. When we cracked it open, you were there. Since then, we have watched over you to make sure that you are not hurt, I guess. Found out you're a vampire. Or a thrall, at least. We can't quite put, we don't know 100% about that one yet. And as a result, we have to give you a decision to have. And that's not going to be discussed at this moment because it doesn't really matter right now. Unfortunately, I have to talk to another party member about something. That sucks. But we really have no ill will or malice towards you. You haven't done anything wrong, as far as we know. You haven't harmed anybody or anything. You can honestly probably leave if you ask Shalara, as we're gonna be a little upset because you're only lead on the investigation we're having, but you're kind of an intelligent creature. Can't keep you imprisoned. Kind of against the whole tenets of my religion.
And we wouldn't keep you in prison. We wouldn't even use the word in prison.
The point being, we're not here to cause any harm. We just couldn't tell if you were hurt or if you were going to make it or if anything. Or if you were dangerous when you came out of it. Most vampires come out bloodlusted. You're not really coming out bloodlusted here. So we've got some things to work with. And that's why we're kind of looking at you. We don't want to wake you up again. We weren't sure how to wake you up. Or waking you up was a thing that we should possibly do. We were just going to let you naturally come awake. We don't really know much about your condition, and that's the problem.
And you didn't ask the one that knows about
No, not at all. Mainly because we were waiting to hear from you. We wanted to hear your story and not someone else's story. If you're willing to tell it. Again, you can bugger off, and I mean that in the most polite way possible, but we also we're not going to keep you here. So, she might be a little shifty, and that's only because as a bard, she's shifty in general, but for the most part, she's 100% on your side. She's been the one that has wanted to keep you protected. She's paid me to protect you, make sure nothing harm comes to you. She's the one who's kind of been on your side this whole time here. So
What the fuck am I shifting?
I don't know what he's talking about. You've never been shifty.
Yeah,
You don't shift.
that's the situation as it stands. So, I'm gonna go talk to our other party member. You have fun. I stalk off.
Also,
this one.
He might have to go.
I know. We got a little bit of time left.
Yeah, I think. Is it time for us to? So,
Fuck.
And we have to leave for a little bit of time to.
You're leaving me with them?
That one
And
I paid
Shalara.
to protect you.
And
As
Tyrion
he walks out of the
I
room.
paid him
paid to protect you.
to
That
protect
means
you.
that he will protect you.
I will be back in about 5 minutes. I
So
just have a
anyone
quick
that comes
discussion
after
with
you,
somebody.
he will take down.
And he's pretty.
Unless you try to harm.
He's pretty freaking strong. So, it's a good shield to have.
So here's what I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
Are you gonna go up to to Azra and ask her to let you guys
fucker.
out?
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Yep. Or are you gonna try and talk to Shalara and see if Shalara has another way out for you guys to go?
I know Shalara.
Shalara, yeah, 100%. We go to have a conversation after getting out of the tent and we're like, so we can't ask.
I mean, you can ask Azra, but I'm not talking to her right now.
So are you guys like not I'm not gonna pry on that. We go to Shalara and see just if that's another. Should we also let her know about the?
Yeah.
Yeah, checking in on the.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I get Shalara.
Okay.
Be like, hey.
She is still organizing, but she's organizing on the second story now. She kind of looks down.
Hi, howdy.
Hey, Shalara. Vampire Joffrey is awake.
Yes.
Thought you'd want to know. He was asking for you specifically. Also, if you could do us a little favor and like get us out of here.
Yeah, like
What do you
to
mean
go
out?
back to the plane.
We can go back to the.
Okay, that's fine. I can get you out, but without the entrance, you can't get back in.
so I can get you
No, I mean, I could.
no, I'm down. Can we just
I
fucking
mean,
leave?
I could get us. Could I get us back in? Like, could we both get ourselves back? Because we're pretty competent casters.
How
Yikes.
would you expect to do that?
Do you have
Did you just
something
refer
that
to
could
yourself
tie
as
us
competent
in?
in the same sentence as
Like the
Caster
item itself.
after what you did?
I feel like
protected the dimension.
Well,
I
then.
feel like it's possible to. I mean, if there's like some text. Or, I did it because it was funny, man. I knew how it would look.
It makes you the worst sorcerer.
It
really
I
does.
just want to leave. The thing is Despina is not going to talk to Ozra right now.
And we can sort of just stay and go back and forth because that gives us more time to look into stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Because not much time is going to pass here while we're out there.
Yeah, we can just tell them to come find us when they need us.
Yeah.
Do as much research as we can.
Not too bad, Aurora. We can just communicate that to at least who's available right now, which is
Probably.
Seren and Norheg.
Yeah, Seren. We can tell Seren and Norheg.
Okay, yeah, that's doable. And then we can go
Good
back
fucking
to
luck, y'all. Have a great
like
time.
they're very reliable in passing messages. Good job.
So we just go back to
Seren will pass the message along after the fact occasionally,
Yeah,
just for fun. Oh,
I'm
yes,
kinda here
he
for the
did tell
chaos.
us.
Here for the chaos.
You guys are heading back to class. Who's staying with the vampire?
No.
So we tell Seren
That we're
going one way.
Solara's cutting us out of here and we can't get back
It's
in.
a one-way street. We're taking a one-way pass out.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're like, hey, so we're gonna go out this exit. This time.
Okay.
We're gonna get a little bit more time to just look into the stuff that we need to look into out there than in here.
Okay.
So if people are asking where we are.
Ozra doesn't technically know we're leaving. I'm not asking her to come with us. Don't know when we'll see you again.
Ah, got it.
Short version.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated.
So how do you intend to get us the information that you're gonna get?
Well, we're gonna.
You'll come back
you
eventually,
come back
right?
to us.
Oh my God.
Well, if not, nice knowing you.
So in other words, I just want to make sure I'm understanding.
Yes.
You two are leaving
Yes.
because why? Just because you gotta go, okay, you gotta go to school, all that.
Yes.
But you have no way to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
You have no way to get a hold of us.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
No, I'm with Blaze at this point. Please, for the love of God, don't.
No, this
leave.
is
That's-
Norhig
Oh,
out.
Yeah,
fantastic! I'm with
This is
Norhig.
Norhig saying
Norhig
this.
is saying
I'm
this.
about.
I mean.
You know,
Come on, Seren, be the voice of reason.
Please.
I
Don't
for
let me
for
be.
once I have to agree with Norhig, which is shocking that he is the voice of reason in this situation.
Okay.
Because while you guys are using the buddy system, we also need to, the whole point of the buddy system is to be able to, make sure somebody lives to tell the tale. And so if there's no way to tell the tale, then there's no way, you see what I'm saying? Like, this can't happen. You guys need to have some kind of communication between us and you guys.
And a way back?
And a way back.
I want to make it clear we weren't sort of asking. We were rather just telling you what we were going to do.
Also,
Oh,
I would actually
yes,
argue
Seren,
that
deal
some-
with that.
with those-
Oh,
A little mouthy.
I wasn't meaning that like it did sort
It
of.
doesn't matter, it's too late. You got real up when he was
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm not
That's
gonna.
just
Yeah,
that
I
was
know.
like the purpose.
We're not. So we're not asking to
You think
go.
my attitude was bad? You think like a whole can of
Probably
whip
it's a
ass.
hard cut.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't trying to sort of slight you there. I was just sort of saying this is the decision that had been made.
Irrationally, it seems. And
And
I'm the
without
king of
your
irrationality.
whatsoever, co-leader.
And I'm the king of irrationality.
And
Leader.
Well,
and
leader, you're leader.
you make decisions for everybody now.
I mean, it's going to be more beneficial for the people who we have to counsel with if we're going to be having to report to the council if we're consistently working at it.
We're trying to
We can-
lie to them.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can easily forge a lead if we're doing
if we're
it daily.
gone for days on end,
That
something's
doesn't
gonna
look-
seem suspicious.
But
We're
if
not
we're
sure.
working at
It
it,
means we came up with nothing yet.
no, it means
No, we're
we
not
have
going
to
to
spend
class,
enough
we're not
time
going to school.
looking into fake things so that we can present it, make it look like it's nothing, then look into the things that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Jesus
No,
Christ, the
no,
amount
hey,
of work
just
you
let him
made
go.
for yourself by
Just let him
talking.
go. You know what, guys? Go ahead. Go ahead and go. Go to school. You guys going to school?
It was
I
nice
cannot
knowing you
Go to
guys.
school.
physically be here right now.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And
Go to school. I get it.
I'll probably also pass by Garion, and I'll hand you another silver, and I'll say, do what you want.
What?
I will pass you another silver, and I'll say, do what you want.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think
Wow.
I said silver. Thank you. For real, this made this easier.
Alright, as we're walking back towards
I need to
stores,
find
I just
funnel
wanna,
ASAP.
hey, are you,
No.
do you need to talk?
Nope.
Okay, we're just gonna,
Mhm.
understood.
Mhm.
You're really old.
If you need anything, I'll be there.
I
I
appreciate
needed
it.
him out of my sight.
Let's get started researching some fake baloney bullshit.
Sounds good.
I'm not there.
Good.
Alright.
And we go back.
Alright. She gets you guys a portal out. One way. You're dropped outside of the gates.
Never took me so far.
I'll
What time
also
is
say it's probably best that we stay on the grounds for the next little bit. I assume I get a room here as a student, like dorms.
For a price. My guest room is on the grounds.
Okay, well that's probably a good idea that we stay there on the grounds for this point in time and not stray too far.
Yeah, trust me, I wasn't looking for it. Alright. How
I
much
will
do
say, you recognize you're about 15 minutes late to class.
Fuck!
Shit.
I will run.
Dimension door.
Oh yeah, I also mentioned door to my classroom.
We
Fuck
dimension
yeah.
door back to back to back to back to back. I put a dimension door once we get to my office to let her go up.
No, I just dimension door straight to class.
You guys are in class, late.
No.
You're in independent studies to your 2-hour independent session.
Shit, I got an hour 45. I gotta get to the library.
Yep.
Go to the library then.
There you go. So we'll go back with the people with the vampire. What are you guys doing in the situation here?
I'm still with it. Either way.
That's fine.
Looking for funnel.
Okay.
So I don't know if Serene went off.
But
to
you
find
make
him.
yourself easily findable. Okay.
Yeah, he's not hiding.
Okay. You managed to find him.
I need to know what you did. Good or bad, I just need to know what you did.
I have no reason to share it.
I've been paid to not care.
I've been
So
walking.
I
I'm
just-
gonna walk
you
up
do
off this
it.
conversation
Must.
too.
No, you don't get my point here. There is no must do here. Since I've been paid to not care anymore, this is purely
Oh,
curiosity as to what you've done to this vampire.
You've been paid to not care. What did she tell
Technically,
you?
I paid you to do what you wanted.
Which is to not
Not
care.
care.
What did she tell you to do?
Whatever I wanted.
That tickles me.
And so I'm gonna do what I want. And so, I need to know what you did to the vampire. And this is what I was talking about when I was referring to you being impulsive. I understand you had no reason to tell anyone, but you also understand then that we now have very good reason not to trust you. And
You
I didn't
didn't
trust you
anyways.
at all. No, I was starting to. I was starting to, particularly with the whole Chosen of Sarenrae thing, but then you go and run an impulsive bullshit like this and do whatever the hell you did to that vampire. So again, I'm just asking politely, what did you do?
I don't intend to share.
So, what you're gonna make me do is possibly put you into the ground and then cast Zone of Truth and then ask you.
Can we?
Which I really don't want to do.
Do what you feel you must.
No, see, that's not how this works. You have already given up your soul, and now you're just giving up what? What was the point?
Oh, I'm not giving up anything.
Well, you are at this point. Because you're just you're forsaking the group entirely. There's no reason for the group to trust you, just like Azra. If what we want to do to Azra at this point is the same thing we should be doing to you now. And I don't understand why you would make that decision. Why shouldn't we just take you from the party at this point for what you've done? And for really not telling us anything, just literally walking up to a person we were entrusted to protect and care for, and doing something unknown to them, and then walking off and keeping it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Why at that point? Why shouldn't we just
Is
eject
it
you from the party?
harmed?
We don't know, that's the problem. You won't tell us.
Ki is an
It
amazing
woke up,
thing.
wasn't it?
It doesn't matter. Ki is an amazing thing. It can affect creatures hours, days, weeks, years later. I need to know what you did so that I know that this is just something that I can be like, oh cool, that was fantastic, or hey shit, that sucks, but either way, I'm not gonna really do anything to you. I just need to know
I
because
did
previously I
nothing
was
to
paid.
harm it.
Okay. You know what?
Temporarily or indefinitely?
No, that's not the answer.
Indefinitely.
The answer is, what do you consider harm? That's my next question.
Death, pain, disruption of being.
Then what's the point in hiding it?
Did you try to help it?
No.
I don't think I have the ability to help it.
So what's the point in hiding what you did if it was nothing harmful?
Because it's my reasoning.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Your reasoning to hide it because it's not harmful. If it was harmful, I could totally that reasoning would make sense. But there is no reason to hide a beneficial event. No, there isn't.
I mean, I don't think it's beneficial in any regards. I don't think it's beneficial or harmful.
Okay, we can pay this bill later then. Since I've been paid not to care. But I do. I very much do. I'm gonna find out. It's just I won't have to be through a divine routing.
Okay.
She said do what you want, so if you want to carry.
There isn't. There's magic I can use to discover what he did. I just didn't want to.
Well, you don't want to, huh?
You wouldn't even have to roll an insight check. He's not resisting you in any regard.
That's not the point. You're just lying. Omission is a lie, no matter how you look at it. So
technically.
yeah, so you're lying, and that's
We go
fine.
off the precedent of the Dryad Felix
Yeah.
case.
It would. I mean, it would literally be like me just somehow stealthing in and doing something unknown to something and walking out and all the
But
rest of you
it's
being like,
okay, let me
why
ask
did you
this,
do that?
though.
And me going, I'm not telling. Like this.
But is it considered omission if I'm blatantly telling you I'm not going to tell you? Omission is stepping around the truth. I'm not stepping around it. I'm just telling him outright I'm not going to share it. He knows I'm not going to tell him, so it's
Yeah,
not
I was gonna say,
lying and
he's
it's not
not-
omission.
not-
I'm telling you I'm not going to tell you.
It's true, he's not lying
It
to you.
is what he's saying to be a private situation, like something that he personally had, and to compare it to, I would say to compare it to something would be like trying to tell somebody that doesn't understand about your personal prayers. It does kind of hold the same weight.
It's the same action as Azura, just going off and doing what she wants to do and not consulting the party. It's the same problem we've had and discussed time and time again in the chat. That's all. That's my only problem with it. It's literally the exact same thing we've told each
I
other
would
that we're not
address it
gonna
as
do.
that then. Address it as just, hey, we talked to Azura about this before too, and now this is a whole nother problem, just different font.
And he's not gonna care though, and that's the problem. As a character, he's just gonna go, okay. So there's gotta be a different route to take here. But it's not my decision anyway, so we'll talk about that later. Well, you gotta figure that out. Impulsive actions have to stop in this group. It's the whole reason we get into so much bullshit all the time, and we can't get forward on anything. I don't think anybody would have stopped you. No one would have cared. But the fact that you did it and then you're hiding it is just unreal.
What would your character do independently?
Nothing. He's just lost all trust and respect. I don't care if he's a chosen of samurai at this point. If he's going to do impulsive actions and hide it from the group, he's not a part of the group then, just the same as Azura. So I'm gonna treat him the same as Azura now. Which I really don't want to do, but okay. That's what my character's gonna do.
So you'd walk off.
Yes.
Okay. Where would you go?
Just gonna go back to the vampire and hang out.
I'm gonna stay behind, and I'm just gonna look at Funnel. I'm gonna say, Why are you choosing to be so secretive about this?
I have attempted to be open with what I do moving forward. I have. Yet, time and time again, I'm always brought back to my impulsive actions. They're thrown in my face like I burn a child every chance it comes up. So, to be honest with you, the action I took had no impact on anybody. None. The vampire is still alive. You all are still safe. I'm choosing to keep this moment private for my reasoning. And that's it. And if the trust is so little that because I apparently do something to something that has no harm done to it, I can no longer be trusted the same as Azra, then so be it.
But do you understand why he feels that way?
Sure. But I've also not done things to put this group in harm. I did in the past, but everything I've done moving forward, I've been open about.
Right.
So, if no matter what I do moving forward makes any difference, then I don't care.
So you feel like you've tried to make up for the wrongs that you've done, but the wrongs that you've done keep on getting thrown back at your face.
I don't think I'm ever going to be able to make up for the wrongs that I've done.
Or at the very least, try to make amends.
Maybe in some eyes, not mine. No pun intended.
It just... You didn't want anything to do with him, and now all of a sudden, it was just... You can understand why we had questions.
Sure. But I gave my word that nothing happened to it.
Nothing will happen to it?
Nothing from me.
Nothing from you.
Mm-hmm. Directly or indirectly. And if he cannot trust my words, then I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I think the bit with Azura came in where it's because we've experienced this same thing from her, and all of us, including you, have gotten on her for this same thing or similar acts.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not disagreeing with that, but are they similar? I didn't abandon you all.
No. But in every sense of the word, neither did she. She's still here. She still comes back.
And so my goals have not changed. You all voted on what would happen with that vamp, and I respected it. And I have not gone back on that vote. Whether Garion or whoever believes it, that's up to them.
This is just going to cause a sticky situation now. Because we can no longer hold anybody else accountable for these actions that they do. If somebody decides to act independently in this group, we have no reason to say that they can't do whatever they do. So, if Lucas goes and does something stupid or says something stupid, there's now no stopping Norhig or Garion from doing anything to him. Because you've now pulled this.
So what, are you telling me to leave? Because I don't understand.
No, I'm not telling you to leave. I'm just trying to get you to understand.
Well, no, I understand. So hold me accountable. But how many chances have we given Azura? For shit 100 times worse. How close did she come to killing me and killing you? But yet, she's still here. Yet I've done something that I did not cause harm to anybody, and just because I won't tell you what I did, when it has no repercussions on anything and anything at all, now you're saying nobody can be held accountable.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I understand that you have your reasonings, and I respect it. You don't have to tell me. I just also understand where Garion is coming from. Do I think he's a bit extreme in his decision? Yes. I will agree with you that his decision making is very extreme. So it doesn't surprise me that he has come to this conclusion. I just worry about the effect that it has on everybody else, considering that this group is just so volatile in certain ways. We already have a hard enough time trying to keep a bit of some sort of control on everybody in order to move forward, and this may seem like a bit, I don't want to say a step backwards, but maybe a step sideways. I don't know. It's not exactly forward.
Then I'm going to ask you as the leader of this group and not as Seren. Do you want me to tell you what I did? Not as my friend, as the leader of this group.
He's asking for rank pulls now. I know, that's a bitch maneuver. Not that does a bitch maneuver. I mean, that's a hell of a maneuver.
It's a smart one.
It is. No, it really is. It lays the foundation for where he's going to stand in the group for the remainder of the time he's in the group. He's pretty much giving you an ultimatum.
Am I the leader? Or
well, not even that. Is our friendship worth this? Pretty much.
It's he's testing me on the trust of our relationship. That is what he's doing.
Yep, because they've been in it the longest. Yeah, I see what you're doing. It's fucking neat. Good pull. Now what are you gonna do? It's like a soap opera now.
He basically wants to know what's more important, the cohesion of the group or our longtime friendship.
These are the D&Ds of our lives.
Do you trust me as a friend, or do you not trust me enough to pull a rank?
Oh, Seren, that is a rock in a hard fucking place. Don't you wish you had an inspiration point from a bard?
Here, would you like some popcorn?
I know, right?
A little bit of guidance from a goddess, maybe?
God damn. I don't know how to.
That's a tight spot he put you in.
Yeah. It's a fun one though.
Yeah,
You
it's a
want
fun
time to
RP one.
think about it?
It's a really fun RP one, but it's a tight spot.
You need time to think about it?
I don't think so. Cause, like.
You got this.
Yeah, I know where Seren stands with everything.
You're just figuring out how to say it?
Yeah. As the leader, quote unquote, of an ever-changing kaleidoscope of people where you are the only constant, my trust in you and that as that only constant and the fact that because I know the reasoning behind pretty much everything else that you've done, as the leader, I would not question what you did.
Jolly good show.
That was a very good answer to that. I was hoping you were going to challenge him. That was good.
There's no need to question you after all this time. I trust that you made a sound decision.
In show of thanks for having trust in me, I wished him luck.
Of all the things to wish that poor creature.
He's gonna need it. So, feel free to pass it along to Garion if you so choose. But, and he can test it with his zone of truth or
Not
whatever.
gonna matter, that's the point.
But
Very,
I
very
wished him
fair.
luck.
If I so choose. That's the fun part.
Does Sarin want to pass on information?
And I was
Communication
gonna
is key.
say too,
Yep.
so out of everybody that's there, is anybody intentionally looking out for Shalara or Azra during this time frame? I mean, you two are in the conversation clearly,
Yeah.
but
I'm in with the vampires, so I'd probably be watching for
Shalara,
anyone to come in.
well, if you're watching the vampire, like you're watching the vampire, like your intent's going to be there.
No.
So, if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. If you were actively looking outside of that direction because somebody
I'm
else
not
is watching it,
I'm not looking at the vampire. I'm just in the vicinity, kind of trying to figure out how to handle my decision with Tunnel. So.
when you're done, roll a perception.
No, I can right now. I was just cooking off the detritus in there.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty much like that was my thing. I was like 10 feet from the vampire, just making sure.
Yeah, but if you're watching him for any movement, like,
No, I'm not watching him for movement, because I'm not, as long as he's not.
are you concerned that he could
Terribly
possibly
sorry for
attack?
putting you in such a tough
Are you
position. but it was
concerned
a part of
knowing
it.
what he
No.
is,
25.
that if you do something bad?
That seems to be my secret talent in
But
this
would
damn
you
campaign.
drop the barbarian? Would you drop
It's my
that?
secret
No.
musketool.
Okay, the point is you are focusing on
Okay.
him then.
25.
Okay.
Alright.
You would see, kind of out of your peripherals now walking back, Shalara was kind of standing in the hallway for a moment, and then she kind of looks at everybody, you know, clearly keeping an eye on the creature. The creature is so hyper-fixated on the individuals around him that she walks down the hallway towards where Jessamine and Azra had their fight. And she probably walks about 25, 30 feet and you see her disappear.
Like, disappear?
Like, she just continues going down the hallway, like she's gone.
I really don't want to follow her, but kind of do. So I'm gonna.
Are you going to...
I'm not making it a point to hide.
Okay.
I'm not making it a point to be like I'm stalking her either, but
Okay.
I am kind of interested in where she's going. So if she does ask me, I'm gonna be like, ah, you caught my attention. I'm curious where you were going.
You know where she's going.
Where is she going?
She's heading down the end of the hallway to the Oblivion with Azra.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm
That's
gonna go. I am
hilarious.
gonna follow along
I'm
behind
having
her.
so much fun keeping
And I'm gonna
this
try to
record.
catch up to her. I don't want to be sneaky about this.
But see,
Hey,
this
want some
proves
company?
his whole point.
Or no? I mean, if not, I'll fuck it up.
He's not gonna be
It's been a weird
like
day.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Are you that curious?
Honestly, 100% yes. Most of my life is curiosity. That's the reason I go to the trouble.
Advice, I know it's a little impossible, but I would try and be more quiet around her.
Why?
She may not confide fully if she knows that you're there.
I can take care of that. Thank you. Non-detection. I'm just gonna remain out here within earshot.
You have a ring of know your better.
She kind of goes and she opens the doors, shuts the doors, and it is a very muffled conversation from your standpoint.
Or is it?
Dun 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 dun.
Runs and gets Zorin.
No, I don't.
I
need
cast
Zorin.
far ear.
God damn it! No, but where's my phone? How many spells is on here? I do have
Yes.
a
Yes, we should.
listening spell. Hold on. I don't know if it'll work in this case. I need to read this thing. Give me 2 seconds.
Just for the DM's knowledge, we would be heading towards the vamp.
Okay.
Imagine you cast like a wizard spell like Tingley's far hearing.
That's sort of
I
how
mean,
it
you
goes.
would see pretty much just Norhig with the vampire as you guys walk up.
Bless
Bless
you.
And he
Thank
had
you.
his vision fixated on Norhig, and then saw you two coming up. She kind of looks at, or he looks
Perfect.
at her, kind of like, okay, and then sees you coming forward, and is like, white.
I'm gonna use clairvoyance, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
choose
it's white.
hearing instead of sight. So I'm gonna
He's a
lose.
small dude.
It's a second level spell for me, so it's a basic cast. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go clairvoyance for that.
Definitely gonna be hanging back now that I can. Because I can go 100 feet.
Shalara kind of, shuts the doors behind her, and she goes, so you still kept it, huh? And Ozra's back is still to the doors. She's still kind of hanging off. It's the only other connection to you I got. Couldn't bring myself to get rid of it. And Shalara just kind of goes and walks up next to her and goes, you know, if you don't let me go, nobody can move on, right?
I had a feeling.
And she goes, I mean,
I so had a feeling.
I know, but if there's a chance, and Shalara goes, there isn't. We discussed this, part of what would have made me me was destroyed then. I can't get that back. And Ozra just kind of like, you hear like a crumple of pages, almost. She goes, I don't believe that. I believe there are ways that there must be other dimensions, other capabilities, other things, and Sholara just kind of almost delicately sighs. And she kind of takes the book and shuts it and sets it down. I don't even know what the reason why I couldn't burn the damn thing when I wanted to. But it didn't, and you held on to it for whatever reason. You tracked it down and held on to it.
It's the fucking Chernobyl.
The amount of destinations you've traveled in comparison to others is unparalleled, and you've had access. And she goes, had access. I had the access. If you had the access before, you can again, and you know that. You have a lot of antiquities, a lot of abilities that others don't. And you choose not to fully utilize. I know why I choose not to fully utilize, and the last time I did, people got hurt. And she kind of just, you hear Ozra almost like choke up a little bit. She kind of just, she left, didn't she? And Shalara just kind of takes a moment and goes, yeah. She knows that it'll be a hard time getting back. And Ozra, it's almost like you can feel it. She goes from being almost angry to being just absolutely hurt. Like, and the best way to describe it is like a parent that fucked up.
What did she expect?
Like, she is tearing herself apart on the inside right now.
What did she expect? You can't trap us here. Like you're trapping everybody else.
She kind of just,
It's Garion and Norhig's ear to the door, like one.
It's like a cup. It's like a glass cup that they still have on the table.
That's the voice in the back of his
she
head.
kind of takes a minute. She goes, if I let you go, they don't. And she goes, it's not that they don't have anything. All they don't have is a safe place to hide whoever that man is.
this place is just as temporary as anybody wants it to be, whether it exists or not. That plug, unfortunately, when it had the option of being pulled entirely, it wasn't. And she just kind of takes a moment for Ozra almost to absorb the blow. And Ozra just kind of takes a heavy moment and goes, I know, but running after her now isn't going to solve anything. And she goes, you're right. It's not. But neither is you doing completely irrational things again just because you care about somebody. And she kind of takes that moment to process.
That's when I'll dip out of the conversation.
I'd say 5 more minutes go by.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And you would hear Shar come through, close the doors, kind of walk over, and you would probably know she appears very composed and calm, but you know it's probably because of calm emotions. She is probably using something
Supernaturally
right
calm.
now
Got you.
to assist herself in what she had just processed and analyzed. She also did not come out with the book. So she's still empty-handed. She walks over with you guys, and we're going. I will give you guys the opportunity to write whatever questions you want for Seren and the vampire in chat, considering it wasn't. Huh?
Seren?
Yeah, sorry.
Sure.
I'm tired.
Yeah, no worries.
Correct. But for you guys to write those down and to have them to be able to like figure out where exactly you want to go with this.
Like it in the chat?
Yeah. And then as far as, I mean, Garion or Eric, you go.
I have a different set of questions for Ozra.
You have a whole different set of things that you could deal with, whether or not, and I hate putting this in your hands, but you kind of did it yourself by wanting to listen in on that conversation the way you did. You get to determine whether or not this pocket plane of existence still exists or not, because a chosen of Sarenrae is still kept here. That was originally her choice, but now you're starting to guess she is not wanting to be here as much anymore.
I'm seeing red flags. Lots of red flags in that conversation.
Why?
Like, I am not happy with the fact that we're
Ozra loves keeping people.
That's what I was about to say. Why does Ozra fucking
We need to
love
set this
keeping
bitch
people?
free. I cannot believe she is trapping a soul here. Like, this is asinine. Holy
I'm not
crap.
going to tell you about it now, but you'll learn.
If there's a pocket dimension to dress someone in, Ozra is on top of it. They're really, I mean.
Oh, you want to keep somebody in a second plane? And I got 6 of them.
Like I said, she did go into the conversation as like Shalara saying, I do, and I did make this conscious decision and choice. However, and again, he would understand this more, but he didn't hear the conversation.
No.
She's growing fucking bored.
Yeah, we've established that.
It is literally the definition of insanity, and she didn't want to lose what sanity she had gained back.
Oh.
Is she in search of it?
But no, she's literally in the process of falling out of it. So the point is like, she stays here longer, she could potentially create an unstable ground, but now you guys have a vampire that you've asked for protection, and this is a safety and security pocket plane until something happens.
Well,
So now the very
yoink
vampire
the
that he was
vampire
paid
out.
to protect and then not care about, he now has to also care about the individuals of his party, because now you guys don't have a pocket dimension of which you're not scried on anymore.
We have the whip still.
This is the way.
I think it was the
We
whip.
have the
This is
rings.
secondary
We
one.
have the
Okay, sorry.
Oh, I thought this was her.
No, all of these are connected to each other. They're all artifacts of it. So that's
Fuck you.
I told you to do what you want, so you do what you want, Garion.
Itself, they're
Yeah,
both connected.
Garion.
Quick question.
Do what you want.
Should
You're a dick.
instead of coming up with
God, I
questions,
hate
come up
you
with
so
fake
much.
leads Or
Could
things that
just
we're
tell
gonna
me I
try to
wish
push
to
the
be
council.
up.
I was gonna
Gotta be a
whatever
secret.
you
I'm not
guys
gonna
are
bring
all
that
gonna
up.
try
Because
and
he's
do,
proven a
like, create
point
a
here.
plan.
I'll
What
mess with
you're
you.
gonna
Figure
do.
out what
What
we're doing
he
and
does,
Yes, and then
he's
run
still
the
not
rough
gonna be trusted.
plan.
Oh no, you were getting
Like,
trusted.
by
I was having tons of fun.
Yeah.
with that.
like,
Because
hey,
I
we're
literally,
going
here's
to
my
do,
point.
like,
I'm
we're gonna
taking
make
We
it
had the
down.
whole
full
vote.
accusations,
No, here's my
right?
whole point.
Yeah.
Like,
We
this
had
is
the
where we're
whole
going,
vote
we just wanna drop the
not
whole
to
thing.
harm the
I have an
vampire.
idea.
But if you guys
Mhm.
want
We
to
agreed
get
upon
any
it.
information
And then
out
I
of
was
it,
treated
I
as a
need to know
hostile
how you
the
guys wanna
whole
go about
time
it,
we've
because
been
it's
there.
gonna determine.
Even though I
We'll shot
haven't
you
done
if you-
anything.
We'll
Yeah.
shot we'll shoot you
Okay.
if you.
So he's just like,
I'll mess with you.
fuck
I have
it,
an
I'm
idea.
gonna do something. I'm gonna prove
I
a
have an
point.
idea.
But did you really prove a point?
Yeah.
I don't think
It proved a point for him.
Yeah,
I think it
I
proved the
know
point.
I
Seren
have
saw
to-
the point. I get it.
Yeah, but my character definitely did not see the point.
But
Your
he
character's
also
gonna have to have a
All I
chat
saw
with
was another
everybody.
impulsive action.
And
I
that's
know.
fine.
Your character's gonna have to
Like
have
you
a
were
talk
doing so
with-
well, and then you just did another impulsive action.
It
It'd
was
be like-
it was an impulsive action, but it wasn't an impulsive
in fact-
action. And
He was going along with what we voted and agreed upon.
Oh, I know, but it's the secretive nature of the act that makes it difficult. That's the only
Have
thing.
another conversation.
No, I'm aware.
Bless you.
I'm aware.
Bless you.
I just said it was the secret of it. I'm not going to keep that conversation from the party though. So that was my only issue with it. It was like if you had told somebody, even if you'd walk up to the person and like, you keep this secret, I'm gonna rip your throat out. I did this. That would have been totally fine. At least somebody in the party knew. But just keeping it solely to yourself, you leave it open for interpretation, and that's not good in a party that doesn't trust anybody, not even themselves, because they don't know who they are. I don't know who I am, so I don't know who the fuck any of you are.
Yeah.
And now you're suddenly going things behind our back and just sneaking it out like,
It was a little, I'll be 100%, it was a little scary.
Thank you!
It was a
I
little
thought you tried to
scary.
purge the life
The
out
way
of
that
him.
you did it was less nonchalant and more ominous.
Yes, it was.
maybe it's just because we've been playing for so long. I didn't suspect that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm over here like why is it gotta like